Gonna do some interviews and demos.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the reaction stream for Gamescom Opening Night Live. I'm Ben Hanson from MinnMax. MinnMax is a patron about games friends are getting better. I'm joined by game industry expert Bryan Vore. Welcome, sir.
Hey, Ben. How's it going?
Really well. Bryan, we worked together for many years back at Game Informer, and then you went on to work for a publisher for many years, so you know everything.
Yeah, I know it all. Both sides of the coin. Total expert.
Perfect. And you also know Gamescom.
I got little shoes in my that I got to
press
that are just like strewn everywhere.
Publisher side, how to raise a kid. You know it all, baby, and that's why you're here to react with me to the hot Geoff Keighley action going on with the big Opening Night Live.
That's right. And I've also been to a few Gamescoms, and it's
Great.
Always sad when these shows aren't happening at this year, but I think we've been to some Gamescoms together, right?
Yeah, probably. I'm trying to think. Well, maybe not. I think I only went once in 2013, and I don't think you were there that year. I think it was like Tim and Ben Reeves and Mike Futter and stuff. But the good news is we're all basically at Gamescom right now. We're as at Gamescom as Geoff Keighley is right now with the bold digital future.
That's right. How have you enjoyed the Keighley Summer of Games so far?
I'm a fan of like having one, like with Christmas I have to argue with my entire family about like I don't want any presents open Christmas Eve. None of that crap. It's all Christmas morning. Yes, it's way too much, but that's the way it should be. And so I feel
no stockings or anything?
Stockings are allowed, but that's like that's also Christmas morning when you see that. That's the first thing. And then you get some coffee, and then you dive into the presents. So the idea of spreading things out, I hate. And so I think Keighley's done a good job of like filling the void of E3, but at the same time, it's tough to keep track of. I don't know what's going to be a big deal, and suddenly I see he has some reveals happening, and we don't bother to live stream them, and then it's like, oh, then it turns out that's, you know, a new Crash trailer, or here's, you know, the reveal of the remake of Tony Hawk. So there's awesome stuff in there. It's just you never know when to expect it.
Yeah, you don't know what is important and what is skippable, I guess. So you just kind of have to tune into everything.
Yeah, I want him to have like a Geoff Keighley star system. You know, 1 to 5 stars about like the megaton angle, something like that.
That'd be nice to have a heads up.
It'd be nice.
Speaking of heads up, I think the screen is frozen from what I'm seeing here.
Wait, really?
There we go.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay, great. So this is the pre-show hosted by Kyle Bossman, dear friend of the show, formerly of Easy Allies. Let me know what a good volume is, by the way, chat. But so far they've shown a trailer for Scarlet Nexus, which is that game that looks a lot like Astral Chain from Maiden and Namco, a horror game called Quantum Error, and then, God, I wish we were streaming for this, but Bryan, they revealed that Ford has designed a car specifically for gamers.
What?
Called Project P1. And they should have called it Project PU from the look of that car.
Do they have like the rocker chairs in the front seat?
I don't even think they'd fit. The car looks like it's like 2.5 feet tall. It looks like you'd have to get into it like it's a Banshee from Halo or something. Like, I don't know how that thing would work. And they show it driving on some stupid track, and then they said, but not only that, we're actually going to make this car in real life, which I cannot wait for, you know, Geoff Keighley to drive around the Ford Project P1 to rep his true gamer status.
Like a vampire bit.
Yeah, if you're a gamer, you have to have that car.
And sucked out gas.
Yeah. Okay, let's look at Kyle Bosman's comedy here.
Continued. It is now time for the part of the pre-show that I've been reading your live comments. I see them right now. Everybody's blowing up, demanding Kyle's 10 reasons to be excited for Opening Night Live.
Oh boy. Let's know how the volume is, everybody, if you want it quieter, louder, all that stuff.
Live 2020, feeling excited for next gen again. Number 9, Geoff Keighley wardrobe reveal. Number 8, reason to be excited for Opening Night Live 2020. Destiny trailers are usually pretty good. Number 7, it will mean this pre-show is finally over. Number 6,
a little louder on Kyle. All right, let me fix this real quick.
Number 5, reason to be excited for ONL 2020. Shadow drops. Number 4, Fall Guys Season 2. Number 3, reason to be excited for ONL 2020. Actual gameplay from a mysterious PlayStation 5 exclusive. Ooh. Number 2, Everything else in my life sucks right now. And the number one reason to be excited for opening night live 2020, Geoff Keighley said it's going to be good. We have one final world premiere trailer to show off, and this trailer is an announcement of a Switch version of a popular game from 2018 that can only be described as Dinosaursy. Enjoy.
Just like, that Ark was already on the Switch, wasn't it? Oh,
I think that
fantastic.
things are gonna turn out differently, huh?
Wow, this is already starting off very Hanson-y.
The ones before you did too.
We have a Ford car.
Because they
We
believe
got,
that they
I wanted to call it
were in
Operation
control.
Genesis. What the hell is the name of this game that I like so much?
Well,
Why am I blanking on the name of this game, Brian?
humanity is desperate for it.
Jurassic World.
We are seduced by it,
Is it Evolution?
but we never really possess it. You see, life can be tenacious.
I did play this entire game with a controller, and it actually worked pretty well for a park building sim.
And what makes us such
Oh, yeah.
creatures is knowing the
Also, the
power
weird thing, Brian, is they had
to run up
DLC for this
against
game where they brought back
and still believe
all the
we can
actors.
win.
So Jeff Goldblum was in the main game, and he's, Jeff Goldbluming it up. But then they actually brought in Sam Neill and Laura Dern to do a bunch of VO sessions for this DLC that nobody played. It's just bizarre to hear them all talking together. Separate booth and recording, obviously, but it's very surreal.
That's it. That's all we
That's
have for
incredible.
you. in
That's
this
probably
very
why
pre-show.
They are
Please be
reuniting for
excited
the new movie, right?
actual opening.
'Cause of the
Yeah.
game.
I'm
Brought
sure it's
them
like-
together like, this feels good.
I bet it's like part of the contract. Like, you do the new movie, you go in a recording booth for half a day, crank this sucker out.
PlayStation 5 demo. Some things we've probably never heard of before. I think it's going to be a very good show. I'm personally excited about it.
See, this is a case, Brian, where I don't know what to expect here. So Jeff Keighley has promised that the publishers that are involved are 2K, Activision, Bandai Namco, Bethesda, Blizzard, Bungie, Deep Silver, Devolver, Electronic Arts, Frontier, Focus Home, Gearbox, Head Up Games. I don't know what that is. PlayStation, Warner Brothers, and Xbox. So we're primed. It could be a big show. Like, do you think they're going to reveal console prices here?
There are always repercussions. Do we have
Maybe they'll do a
what it
simulcast.
takes?
They'll be like, okay, on 3, put out the price, and then they'll have side by side. That's what I really want.
Yeah, it's the only way they can do it. So no one's going first. Everything's completely fair. It's like, the rules of like Roger Rabbit when they made that, where they the Disney characters, like Mickey Mouse and Bugs Bunny, had to be on the screen for the exact same amount of time. So that's why they're seen in that movie is those two like parachuting down from the plane because it had to be precise. So they were both just in the same shot on their way down.
Oh my God.
Something like that. I haven't seen that movie forever. I'm sure I got details wrong.
I saw that it's on 4K on Disney Plus if you want to watch it.
Oh, I do.
Live 2020. Now, this year, Gamescom is, of course, a little different
Is that a
than normal.
physical
I hope
set?
all of you and your families
What the
are
hell you
safe
doing,
and
Keighley?
healthy
Just make it
at
a green
home.
screen.
In 2020, games
How can you
have
tell?
comforted and connected us more
'Cause
than
there's a
ever.
shadow.
And with the launch of PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X later this year, games are only going to get better.
It looks like he's inside
Well,
the
all
Lego
summer,
from
I was
Honey, I
hoping
Shrunk
we
the
could get
Kids.
to this very moment, a big live showcase filled with more than 35 games to kick off Gamescom.
Can you shadow on a green
2020.
screen?
Tonight you'll get a first
Maybe.
look at Fall Guys
I don't know how it
Season
works.
2
It's-
and an
it looks
extended
tiny to me.
gameplay
It's
demo of
a
Ratchet and
screen and a
Clank
screen.
Rift Apart for PlayStation 5. Plus, we might have a couple surprises along the way too. But before we start, I want to acknowledge
You
and
can probably
thank
click on the screen to
all
make it
the
bigger,
game
Brian.
developers, marketers, and publishers who have worked
Well, I
under
have made it
challenging
bigger.
circumstances to
It's
keep us entertained.
got all of your
this show
stuff
is
around it.
nothing without them or my
You know, like
production team.
all of
and
your
doing a show at
streaming
this scale
business.
safely
Oh,
is
really?
not easy,
Oh, it shouldn't.
especially when all of you at home have some pretty insane expectations. I hope tonight reminds you why you love to play games. And with that, we're going to move on to our first game with a game that was just announced yesterday.
You know what? I don't know what's going
Call
on
of
anymore,
Duty
Brian.
Black Ops Cold War. Joining me
I don't know what
is
This
world in
physical
reality
set is
this is.
amazing,
Oh my
Hanson.
God.
and give you an exclusive sneak peek. Dan, how you doing?
Good, Jeff. Thanks for having me
boy,
here.
that
This
delay.
has been a dream project for us to work on from nearly the beginning of development. We knew Black Ops Cold War was going to be a direct sequel to Black Ops 1. And we
AirPods,
loved
Hanson?
the idea of returning to the pillars
I think it's fine.
built the Black Ops franchise. Deniable operations, conspiracy.
What would you
grounded
prefer?
in
Just a huge
history,
gamer headset?
and that shadowy world of paranoia.
No,
And
I
we
just-
get to
I see
mix
everyone
all
use
those
them, and they
together,
seem like
drop the player into the 1980s
the top
at
thing
the height
to
of the
use in
Cold War.
quarantine,
And
and
it's
I'm just
really
always
something that we know
tempted
would
to buy them.
feel relevant to today.
Oh,
and
oh,
also
you don't have
uniquely
them?
Black Ops.
Well,
No.
you start
Oh
playing
my
with
God,
Black
yeah,
Ops, everyone
I
wants
got
to know
mine like maybe a year and a half
characters.
ago.
We saw
Life-changing.
yesterday in the reveal
Just love 'em.
trailers, some familiar
Unless
faces.
I'm going on like a
I
really
think I'm gonna do the
Woods,
pros
Mason,
maybe
break
at Black
it down.
Friday. We'll see.
How does this fit into the Black Ops canon?
The
You said it's a
battery
direct
life is,
sequel,
you
so
know,
are we gonna
it's
see a lot of
wearing down a
familiar
little bit
faces?
on me, but other than that.
Oh, nice.
Oh, look, Amonzo7 says that Geoff Keighley's been posting on Instagram that it's a physical studio he's at. All right. Look, I don't know how or why and what TV screen he's standing on, but it's very impressive.
1981, and we love that we've been able to have so many connections to the original Black Ops and really be that direct sequel to the game.
Did you see this trailer, Brian?
Now, one thing that I'm really excited about this is
I did look at it yesterday.
Storytelling.
It's
kind of a new
it's weird
I
how
was
much
looking for the
screen time
Tiananmen Square footage, see if I could see the bootleg version of it.
Right. Instead, they just replaced Tiananmen Square footage with even more footage of Ronald Reagan's face. So.
Was to say, let's take this Black Ops.
That's a pretty good Ronald Reagan.
Not bad. The voice, the face, they got it all.
Freedom. Anything we can do to give the player a
Usually
little
they
more
have like
ownership
fake
over their
presidents, right? Or
So
am
that
I off?
starts with allowing the player to create their own
I think they
character for the
have
Cold War
real
campaign.
presidents because they have all those quotes, and some of those are presidents, right? So at some point, is it a different
pretend they are that
timeline?
Black Ops soldier that they want to be.
I don't know.
From there, we wanted to take some of
Call
our
of Duty
missions and
president.
infuse optional objectives, multiple paths, and some player choice moments inside some of those missions. And it was
because they got so many
fun to
Eisenhower
balance
quotes.
between the hard
They gotta
driving
go
Call of
for the
Duty
legit.
action and these more non-linear experiences. In some,
Did you play a
inside some of
Founding
the
Fathers
missions.
Call of Duty?
So with choice
Yes, I
comes
would.
the player wanting to
Like
feel
Revolutionary
that
War?
impact.
That sounds
So
great.
Some of those choices earlier in the game and some towards the end will actually
Oh yeah, I guess
shape the ending
JFK
of the
was in
narrative
the
of
first Black
the
Ops,
campaign.
and Nixon was
All right,
also in the
multiple
first Black
endings to this
Ops.
game.
And they were both playable.
Yeah, absolutely.
What?
That's one of the big things for us. It's like
I don't think I played that one then.
Oh my God. And then in Black Ops 2, there's a President Bosworth, who I don't believe has been elected yet, but will be in the future, I'm sure.
Black Ops games.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
remember
okay,
the
let's keep an eye out
numbers.
for that
All
person.
right. Well, Dan, we are excited to see
Thanks
more
to
of it.
everybody
Multiplayer
that's
reveal
watching
is
us
coming in
live. If you don't support us on
September,
Patreon, if you
since
do
you
it
got a
during the
Switch there, maybe
show,
flip the
Bryan Vore will
switch
take his
on
shirt
something
off.
exclusive
We
for us.
promised.
What are you
So
gonna say?
please look forward to that. So patreon.com/MinnMax's2Ns,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
he will
This is really
remove one
exciting
article of
because this will be the
clothing
first
for
time
every
we've
Patreon
been
supporter.
Outside the walls of the development studio.
I think it should be
This
more of a
is from early
consequence
in the
than a
game,
reward.
And it's a critical
So if we
point.
lose a Patreon
Really
supporter, I
shows
see.
the narrative of the world,
Yeah.
shows this threat that our heroes are going to be battling. So let's take a look.
Hello, welcome, Dr. Big. You haven't missed too much at this point.
1943. Detailed information from the Manhattan Project was stolen from Los Alamos by the Russian spy known as Perseus. 1968, Vietnam War. Viet Cong soldiers orchestrated by Perseus attempted to steal an American-made nuclear bomb from a U.S.
These are some
fire
easy
base.
trailers to make, aren't they? Just go to archive.org and pull a bunch of stuff in there.
We acquired intel that Perseus is in play again
Yeah.
and planning an attack on the West. Perseus.
It's like, yeah, the first
CIA's
third.
analysts consider him to be the
Save a lot of money
Oh, yeah.
on archive footage.
of the free world.
Mr. Hudson, we're all aware of Perseus. We're also aware he's more myth than fact. I mean, personally, I think he's nothing more than the Russian boogeyman.
General Haig,
That actor's very into this
I'm ready
role.
to introduce the man best suited to respond to that. CIA clandestine special officer Russell Adler. He's one of the few people who even come close to capturing Perseus.
Now, was that
Mr. Adler,
Robert Redford?
Why should we take
Scott,
this
they at
Perseus
least
threat
took his
seriously?
hair and put it on this character.
You don't have to, sir.
Oh, yeah, the voice
Then
is
a lot
not.
of innocent people are gonna die.
That'd be
Why do you
amazing. He
say
gets
that?
back into the world of acting.
Every
just for this.
time Perseus has come into play, it shifted the balance of the Cold War.
It's the role I was born to play,
After 13
baby.
years of silence, if he's active, something big is going to happen. Something that will affect the free world.
No meeting has ever been this dramatic in the history of meetings. There he goes. They have the
Ronnie.
snare drum.
Mr. President.
Mr. President, this is Jason Hudson and Russell Adler.
I know their names.
Don't you remember at Game
Who do you
Informer
think
meetings
approved
where we
their
would always get
last
the noir lights on the shades on the window?
After I made a great point, I would always snuff out a cigarette dramatically and storm out of the room.
Perseus. You can, sir. I've already
Andy would
submitted
always
the
enter like
position
this
for
too. Ronald
Requests
entrance.
are highly
Wearing the
irregular.
Ronald Reagan mask.
Most likely illegal
Yeah.
if the press gets a hold.
What the hell are you talking about?
You know who we are? Every mission we go on is illegal.
Sergeant Woods, plausible deniability is the backbone of our work.
Al, we're talking about preventing an attack on the free men and women of the world.
He's almost a little too pretty. He's like, looks like a doll or something.
Gentlemen, you've been given an important task. Protecting our very way
Kind
of
of like the Hall of Presidents at Disneyland,
There
right?
is no higher duty. There is no higher honor. And while few people will know of your struggles, rest assured, the entire free world will benefit. I know you won't fail us.
It's weird to me to have like a president behind the scenes talk as if he's giving a speech. You know, like I doubt Ronald Reagan spoke like that behind the scenes, like with that flowery of language.
Tonight we have some
But that's all we
new
know because we've
announcements
never
for
really
you guys
seen him
as
in a
well,
candid
including
way,
this
right?
one, a new next-gen narrative
Yeah, but he's
action
probably like,
adventure game from Reflector Entertainment in
you
Montreal.
know, buddy
It's
with
called
guys
Unknown
and
9.
doing like the
game
ball
tells
tap
the
and
story
stuff
of
when you
Haruna,
walk
born
through.
and raised on the streets of India and haunted by visions of her own death. Haruna struggles to understand her mysterious innate abilities to manipulate the unseen.
Unknown 9
Check
is...
out this first look.
Okay. That's confusing. Yeah, never mind. We should stop talking about Ronald Reagan. We could talk about Reagan all the entire street. But somebody in the chat's wondering if they have to go to like his family to get the rights, or if you're a president, do we own the rights to Ronald Reagan?
That's a great question. I was wondering that when I saw the trailer the other day. If not, then why doesn't everyone put presidents in every game?
100%. Well, Blur has made an awesome-looking game here.
Yeah, do you feel like this generation there's more real gameplay footage or more pre-done
I
than
want to say
previous
there's
generations?
been more gameplay, but maybe we're at that era where people aren't ready to be up and running on the new console, so it's kind of in a low period and focusing more on cutscenes and stuff.
So,
okay.
Unknown 9. Can you imagine trying to tell your mom you want this game for Christmas? Unknown 9. Like, what? And how do I say that?
What was that animated movie? Was it called 9 that Tim Burton produced, where it was like a bunch of sack boys and stuff?
Tonight we
Remember
got
that?
an exclusive first look at
Vaguely,
the campaign
yes.
Okay, yeah,
expansion called
2009's
The Ancient
9.
Gods Part 1. Check this out.
Starring Elijah Wood.
We have been allies for some time now. I knew you were the moment you set foot in our world.
The robot wearing the hood is always funny.
I was watching some Clone Wars last night, and they had some Mandalorians in cloaks. And I was like, same vibe. It's too much.
Yeah, it's like that Halo 4 teaser, where he's out in the
Yeah,
desert. Yeah.
Cloak in the desert.
Please proceed with control, but assertive aggression.
Did you play this game?
Is this the new Doom?
Yeah, Doom Eternal.
I have not. Is this a DLC or like the next gen version, I'm assuming?
I think this is DLC. Maybe it's a combo, both. But let me futz with this. Let me break everything for you. Can you see that full screen now? Hang on, I can't hear you. Hang on, I can't hear you still. Are you still there?
I'm here.
Okay, great. Now you can see it?
Oh, it's so much better. So much better.
Okay,
Before
great.
it was like a 2-inch diagonal screen, squinting the whole time.
Is this Doom?
2020 marks the 25th anniversary of a legendary game studio, BioWare. Tonight, Casey
Fun
Hudson and
fact.
the team wanted to give everyone around the world a little taste of what's next.
Oh,
Casey,
interesting.
Over to you.
Hey Geoff, it's great to see you again.
Little salt and
6
pepper
years
Casey.
ago, we were on the stage with you at the 2014 Game Awards, accepting the Game of the Year for Dragon Age Inquisition. And since then, we've been imagining new ways to use next-generation technology to bring the world and characters of Dragon Age to life. We're still in early production, but we thought it was time to give you the very first look at how BioWare's passionate team of developers are crafting this very special game.
Okay. I mean, they've
Alright.
shown like a couple environment stills from the new Dragon Age. That's about it. Well, I guess there's that quick VO trailer too.
For a really long time.
There he
So
is,
I've got to see it
Mr.
grow
Dragon
up and
Age.
Turn from a company of 35 people to a company of more than 300 people.
Ooh.
Their new studio.
There's amazing people in the industry. There's amazing stories to be told with other people.
I love that character so much.
We're very
They like built that whole new studio, and now everyone has to work from home.
So
It's
we're
the
always coming
worst.
up with new stuff.
We're always trying to improve, innovate,
That's a
and bring
good look.
new characters to life for our players and fans to enjoy.
I did not visit this studio when this weather was happening. It was very cold and terrible.
Oh, it was with you, wasn't it, where we had that long walk along the road in Edmonton, and there was no sidewalk?
Is that Joe as well?
I think so, yeah.
We thought, who needs a cab? We'll just walk along the sidewalk.
And it was just
the worst.
ice shards
You're the
and
hero
cars
in the
driving by
Dragon Age
throwing more
world.
ice on
You're
us
saving people.
for a very long time. That must have been the Mass Effect 3 trip, right?
Yeah, snow up to our knees.
Oh my
Getting
God.
in our shoes, like, oh god, that was a bad call.
This is an original world.
Just wanted some fresh air.
Original flora, original wildlife, original architecture. That makes it fun to explore and discover.
In the next Dragon Age, you get an opportunity to see new things, new places.
Are you more of a
and
Dragon
interact
Age
with
guy or
people
a Mass
who
Effect guy?
lived
Mass
and grew
Effect
up in
by
these spaces
300
as well.
times.
Yeah.
For the game we're working on now, we want to tell
shirt
a
matches
story
his
of what
hair.
happens when you don't have power. What happens when the people in charge aren't willing to address the issues?
The things that you can expect in the next installment are going to be stories that focus on the people around you and the friends and family you make.
And they're showing a lot. They're showing more than I
Something we'll be
expected.
able to look forward to in Dragon Age is a really
Yeah, a lot
close
of cool art.
relationship with game characters who really become real for you.
We want characters to either be loved or hated. One of the best examples of that is Solus. Half the community wants
There
to
he
kill him,
is,
half
look
the
out.
people want to marry him, and another part want to do both.
They call me the Dread Wolf. What will they call you when this is over?
BioWare
So the entire-
has been one of the forerunners in using motion
Like all the
magic
VO for
technology,
Solus
and
is
that
gonna
makes it
sound
way
like he's
more
recording in his
realistic when you're
cabinet?
looking at the characters, the way they walk and move.
They probably have some cool drivers or something to help that out, right?
Suspension of disbelief
I don't
that
know
this
how
wonderful
technology
collection
works.
of digital pixels is actually a living, breathing soul.
No, it's okay. That's the good kind of rumble.
I actually designed lots of design
HD Rumble.
So I do all of like the big threats that you have to go up against.
Spiders, I can't play this.
Well, that was a good run.
Choice is a big part of what Dragon Age is as a franchise. The decisions you make can affect change in the world.
Decision making can mean that a party member lives or a party member dies. And it means owning your outcome. And
I'm glad they're being transparent about
reactivity to
probably
the
where
choices
they're
that
at,
you
which
do
is
make.
some environments done and then a lot of gray box
Possibilities that Dragon Age
stuff.
offers us, and I'm excited to explore a lot more of them.
Yeah. Yeah, very transparent.
To me, that potential is what gets you up in the morning.
Leaning
It's
heavily
a
on the
fantastic
outdoor
opportunity.
river footage and
every time.
people standing by a bridge.
Yeah. Huh, all right. Thanks, Mr. Hudson. No
Next
mention
up,
of
it's
Anthem,
time
but
for
all right.
something special.
Oh my God. Brian, what is happening?
What do we have here?
Telltale's back? Season 2?
Great Scott!
Oh boy.
I think there's been a serious miscalculation.
Wow, wait, you're what's his name? Back to the Future.
Oh God, Geoff Keighley's.
Doctor of
Stop.
physics, not of medicine, and certainly not that quack from Rick and Morty.
Yeah, we know who you are, but what are you doing
Jeff,
here?
I did come back from the future to this precise moment on August 27th, 2020, because it's imperative we launch Surgeon Simulator 2 right now.
And what exactly do you have to do with Surgeon Simulator?
During the mid-20th century, some friends of mine from Lanarkshire University invented a state-of-the-art medical training facility, otherwise known as the Surgeon Simulator Training Program. Now, 70 years later, we've digitized the experience. It's unbelievable.
How old do you think Christopher Lloyd is, Brian?
Through your computer.
He's ageless.
That's right. You Google it, it just says ageless.
He looks barely any older than he did in the 80s.
Yeah.
Scott, this very moment. Tonight, I want a world premiere, a few examples of some of the incredibly
He's 81. But more importantly, why is he talking about Surgeon Simulator 2 and how much did this cost?
So you're saying a world premiere will save our future?
Only time will tell. And speaking of time, I'm off to another world premiere, Avengers 26, The Return of the Son of Thanos, opening 2077. And with that, I leave the fate of the human race in your hands. Just make sure you play Surgeon Simulator 2. Now, doctor's orders.
Oh my God.
Very confused by that.
That's sad. Also, do you need like Universal's licensing or Amblin's licensing to make that happen?
Where does this part go?
I guess they never put up a logo. I guess they did the music, so maybe the music licensing. Yeah, Keighley did say like, "Hey, you're that guy from something," and he like cuts him off.
Oh,
so
that's true.
Never calls him Doc Brown.
That is true. He could have been any one of his roles. I think that was his character from Angel in the Outfield.
I feel like if it was not Surgeon Simulator 2's idea to do that, I feel bad for them.
Doc Brown introducing Jacksepticeye playing Surgeon Simulator, only on opening night live. All right, well, if you thought that crossover
I like Keighley
was
cracking himself
crazy,
up about like, look at these nonsensical things we've slept together here.
I don't think anyone probably saw it coming. Check this out.
Uh-oh. Setup.
Okay.
Wait.
Is that Napoleon Dynamite?
Yeah. Is this a Napoleon Dynamite Battle Royale? Brian, what's happening? John Heater? Is that his name?
Yeah. Is that?
I don't know.
Is that him?
I don't know what he looks like these days.
This show's really keeping us on our toes. I'm really having a hard time following you.
Is this just like the new season of PUBG? That can't be him. Can it? No.
Is it?
No, because it's Head Up Games, so it's not PUBG. Is this Head Up Games making a new Left 4 Dead?
I feel like Left 4 Dead wouldn't be this cheesy.
Oh, the bridge constructor game that they did with Portal. Oh, what?
Huh.
Well, good on them for getting these licenses somehow.
Okay.
You're right, Keighley. We did not see that coming. You got us there, buddy.
Yeah.
Tonight is just the start of Gamescom 2020. Over the next 3 days, there are more streams from IGN and Webedia with in-depth looks
There's a
at
problem
games,
of
a digital
structuring your trailer where it leads to so many questions and so much potential hype, and then to have the climax be bridge constructor. It's like, oh, okay. Like, there's no way. You want the climax to be at the end of the trailer, right?
Later on IGN's post-show.
Yeah, you want it to be like, whoa! You don't want to be like, oh, what?
Yeah. That I love. Check this out.
I guess if we were bridge constructor experts, we would have seen that hint in the beginning and been like, oh, this is totally Apocalypse bridge constructor.
World gone strange.
Sam and Max?
One elite force stands against the darkness.
Yeah, weird.
Oh.
But even they could use some help.
Here, slip on this little beauty for effect.
Weird.
Sam!
Oh no.
Oh, VR.
Oh no. Well, interesting that the rights are away from the shell of Telltale at this point. Okay.
Yeah.
The return of Sam and Max. Yes. All right. And now it's time to say hello to
Win
my
for
wonderful
Keighley.
co-host for ONL from IGN. Please say hello to Sydney Goodman.
Thank you, Jeff. What's up, everyone? I'm Sydney Goodman, and I am
What's
thrilled
up,
to
Sydney?
be here. Gamescom is always such a fun event, and throughout the show tonight, I'll be telling you about all the different ways that IGN is involved in this year's festivities. But first,
This is an interesting
I have
collaboration.
an award to announce. The
That's
winner
kinda
of Best Nintendo Switch Game
neat to have everyone
is Little
working together.
Nightmares 2.
Yeah.
Huge congratulations. Like I said, IGN is going to be here for all of Gamescom with great shows such as the Gamescom Studio, where you can find me and my co-hosts for all day long games content, interviews, dev talks, and more. Plus, we have Gamescom Awesome Indies, the show with and for indie developers. That premieres Saturday, August 29th at 7 p.m. Central European Time, so be sure to tune in for more announcements and special guests.
Brian, there's a big spider
and
on
now,
my
let's
screen.
go back to Jeff for our next
Oh, God.
big world premiere.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sid.
Get out of there, get out of there.
So excited to see what's in the,
Gotta leave the
Gamescom
studio now. Turns out I gotta
studio,
move
and also
away.
Awesome Indies, and I'm going to be on
Are you
the
thinking
daily
about
show
doing any of
tomorrow.
these
Looking forward to that.
awesome
All right,
huge
well,
video
on to our
screens
next
and
game.
floors for
In
the
next
new studio?
World of Warcraft expansion, players
I
will
haven't
journey beyond
given
the
too much
mortal
thought
world
to
of
the
Azeroth
specific
to a place
design, because I have to
where
see
no
how
living
everything
soul
fits
has
in the
set
space
foot
and stuff.
before.
But I
The
was thinking like, oh,
Shadowlands,
we could
the
get like a
afterlife
monitor.
of an
That'd be cool to
entire
have something other than the old
Warcraft
CRT back there or
The
something, you know?
infinite realms of the Shadowlands
Yeah.
are watched
Or,
over by different factions.
hear me out,
known as
ARG.
Governors, each holding dominion
Oh,
over a
okay.
different
Yeah,
aspect
I'll just
of
ask
the
Keighley
afterlife.
for his entire
And
set
depending
once
on
he's
how
done.
someone
Yeah.
lived their mortal life,
You
they
could have
may end up as
ARG,
part of
Jeffem,
one
and
of these
Kyle,
covenants
and
when they
Serial,
cross
and all
over
that.
into the Shadowlands. Today, we're excited to give you a closer look at the noble and pure Kyrian Covenant from the realm of Bastion, who are charged with carrying the
Don't worry,
souls
Chad. I'm
of
not
the
going to throw
dead
the CRT
into the
away.
beyond.
I'll
So
CRT
sit back
away.
and
Yeah,
get
I'll
ready
keep it.
for the
It just might not be on the
world
set.
premiere
I think we might have the Wall of
Bastion,
Heroes
the
actually
first
be
in
on
Blizzard Entertainment's new
be on the screen
4-part
itself.
series of animated shorts called Afterlives. Enjoy.
What? 4-part series, animated shorts. After Lives, did he say?
I think so.
We're going to use the term animated loosely here.
Light, save my soul.
How many bastions do you need, Blizzard?
Uther.
Where am I?
Welcome to Bastion. You led a truly selfless life, and for that, you have been chosen.
Chosen?
To shed your mortal burdens and join the ranks of the Ascended, serving to ferry the souls of the dead unto the Shadowlands.
I serve the light.
Is this new Uther lore?
Is not done.
I don't think this was in Warcraft 3 at least. I assume this has been in WoW at some point,
There is
right?
no evil here. The darkness was sealed.
I have
within
no
the
idea.
maw.
Damn it, Brian. Chat, help me out. Is this new Uther stuff?
Murdered my people and my king. He must be punished.
You are an aspirant now. You must accept your new purpose and purge yourself of this desire for vengeance.
It's a big lady.
What I desire.
Ascendant, Brian. Big Ascendant.
That's how I can contribute to this.
Devos.
I guess this is new.
Training this soul. It is beneath your station as a paragon.
He cannot let go. He continues to demand retribution for his death.
And this concerns you? Many souls take eons to ascend.
Yes, but this one seems broken, Thenios. Unlike any soul I have seen. I have begun to wonder whether he was deemed worthy of Bastion.
She makes me miss Liara a lot.
Be careful, Devos. I would not
We were
let
just
the Archon hear such
talking
a
while we were playing some Borderlands with the
time,
buds.
he will forget.
And
Trust our ways.
One of the guys was like, should I try Mass Effect? And I'm like, yes. And I thought I heard rumors about them doing a remaster, remake,
yeah,
but
it's been rumored
I don't
for
think
so
that's true at all.
long. I mean, EA is inching more and more towards the remaster territory. It seems like you should have them wait until, like, they could wait a year before they play Mass Effect. And at that point, if they haven't announced it, then dive in. Because it seems like at the start of the new generation, they would probably want to fill that gap before the dev teams are fully up and running with some sort of, you know, cheaper productions, like a Mass Effect remaster, maybe?
Yeah, just kind of pull some of the later battle systems over to the early game. And
I mean, that's a huge rework, but that'd be cool.
He betrayed us all.
Yeah, be a big pain. But even if they just kind of pulled in some of the PC tweaks,
yeah,
for visuals and graphics, like that would be cool too.
How are the audio levels, everybody? Can you hear the game? Can you hear Bryan?
Unmistakable. This dark agent runs free on a mortal world with the power of the Maw itself in hand. Our realm is imperiled.
Impossible. The Maw is inescapable. You must return.
I would like people to know that I cannot see the chat, so I'm not ignoring all of you. I just can't see what you're saying at all.
They all are enraged.
The order of the Shadowlands
it is.
depends
Hello,
on the
Gavin.
execution
Thank you for being here.
of our eternal charge.
It is pretty bold during
will
your
abandon
game
this
reveal
course.
showcase opening night live just to not play a snippet of a trailer, but play a full story sequence from like Masters level WoW lore. Not like an introduction to something new. It's just like, here's the current state of Warcraft lore. They're asking a lot.
I thought I was not ready.
It's
You wish to see him punished.
pretty deep, and
I do.
Yeah.
Then prepare yourself.
Here we go.
Did he get big?
Oh, he's big now.
He's one of the biggins?
Oh, yeah.
We will claim him.
I guess it is weird for Blizzard to have Angels and Warcraft and then also Diablo. They should really only pick one franchise for Angels.
Only darkness before me.
Has anyone tried Diablo on Switch? Does it actually like work?
Yeah. It does, it does.
You didn't like multiplayer stuff at all? Or?
Actually, I don't think I have tried it, but I have it and I've been meaning to, but a lot of other people have tried it and say that it's good. I think Tim played that way.
Nice. I'm thinking about doing the local co-op, some like outdoor social distanced gaming, but
on that screen, that's going to be weird and hard.
If you both have your own screen, you have two switches.
Oh,
justice.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Here he goes. He did it. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. What we've all been waiting for. The longest trailer I've ever seen in my life.
Now that's an add-on to current World of Warcraft. Didn't they redo
that exclusive look at
the original?
Bastion? Now we know many of
Yeah.
you can't
Yep,
wait
they
to
remade
explore
vanilla. Yep.
Shadowlands, and our friends at Blizzard want you to know the wait is almost over.
Jesus.
That trailer was 5 minutes, right?
At least. Oh my god. Bold to still show WoW gameplay in the year 2020. You know, it's amazing that this thing is from 2004. The bones of it.
Oh my god. I remember when Miller was playing this in the Game Informer offices, like beta or like year one.
Oh, wow.
I was like, you think this has a shot? I think he was like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Hopefully they can do some new stuff with it. Never in a million years did I think it would be going strong.
Yeah.
But it's an impressive run.
It's a hell of a run. In high school, we made a series of videos called Not for EverQuest, and one, like the second film, I should call it, was all about the feud between EverQuest 2 and World of Warcraft. And World of Warcraft is like this new up-and-comer and how it's trying to dethrone EverQuest 2. And
so much
I still think it'd be funny to do a sequel to that now, or just pick it up and like see where EverQuest 2 is at versus WoW.
Much more. Stay tuned. All right.
I'd watch
now
it.
It's time for the announcement of a new universe that is coming to gaming for the first time with a project from a Canadian studio. Check this out.
Go Canada.
They have returned. They corrupted.
Remember that time we thought there was going to be a new Back to the Future game?
Conquered.
I really feel bad for those surgery simulator guys.
I know.
The gates of the celestial realm were thrown open.
40K stuff?
Our last remaining hope.
This is the
Eternals.
Battle Angel portion of the show, I guess.
Yes. That's good.
Unbroken. We will take back what the dead have ravaged.
Warhammer Stormground. Sorry, Age of Sigmar Stormground.
Sigmar, yep.
All right. Well, all right. Now we're
you guys
talking.
may remember back in June, I
go.
had some masked fun with my buddy Crash Bandicoot announcing Crash 4 It's About Time.
My
with the game
buddy.
coming in October, Crash, of course, had to come back for opening night live. So let's bring him out, everybody. Crash Bandicoot. What? He's where?
Keighley acting.
You're not supposed to slap hands.
That's a funny idea.
That actually looks really fun. Oh my god. I've never seen it empty, have you?
No, never. What the hell is this?
It's like the Fox Sports robot showing up for some reason.
But to tell us more about what we just saw, I'm joined by Lou Studdert from Toys for Bob. Lou,
Wait, so
what
they
did we
threw
see
it to the
there with,
gameplay, and then the
Crash
gameplay was on the
Gamescom
screen for
box?
half a second? What was that?
Apparently you saw him wandering around Cologne, but what he was hinting at was kind of our reveal of what we call flashback tapes, which are a brand new style of level that we are announcing here today.
Okay, so how do these flashback levels kind of play into the overall Crash 4 narrative?
I think I'm going to pay for
so
Keighley
the way
to
that
get
the
acting
flashback
lessons.
tape levels work is that
I'm just going to send
they
him
are
a
kind of
coupon.
a peek back in time to the
He's doing more and
90s
more of it, and
when
it's always
Neocortex was
unnerving.
actually testing on Crash and Coco before the
Does he
events
live
of
in
Crash
LA?
Bandicoot 1. And they're kind of these devious puzzle rooms that we've
Yeah.
made.
I feel like there's
probably some good resources
and
there.
they're
Yeah, you think so?
really hard, and they're really awesome, and they're super creative, and we can't wait to get people's hands on them.
Yeah, no, I got to play a demo of this a few weeks ago, and that was a challenge, so I can't imagine how nefarious these are. How are they going to be sort of integrated into the game? Are they optional, like offshoot stuff, or how do you get to them?
So, for
Sure, so
some of the
players
younger
actually have
crowd,
to collect the
like,
flashback tapes.
does
in
Crash
the levels
Bandicoot
themselves.
resonate as an
They're
exciting
object that they can pick up,
PS5
and
game?
to actually pick them up, they have to reach
You know,
them in
it's
the
just
level without
IP that they
dying. It's,
know the name
kind
of,
our
so they
homage
probably
to the
look
Death
at it a little
Roads
bit more than the
from
average. I
original
would have to
trilogy.
imagine,
So
but
players have to reach
I mean, he's
these
an
objects
appealing
in the
looking
level,
character,
pick
right?
them
He's not
up,
too
and then once they
90s
get
and
them, they'll
lame,
get
right?
access to these unique levels.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
beyond the
Sonic
pure
is
challenge,
still out there
what
doing
other
his thing.
fun
But he
stuff-
has
how are
like
these
kids
fun for
shows,
players
and
to
I
kind
think he's done a
experience?
better
What do they get
job
to
of
do in them?
maintaining the brand.
Sure. So one of the things that we did was we
Big
actually
blockbuster
used
movie.
these as like I said,
I mean,
puzzles
they had
to
really
make twice.
fun,
That's right.
nefarious, devious
I mean,
ways
Leafeon in
for
the chat
Crash
says,
to
I'm
really
23. I don't know if I count as
express
younger,
that pure
but absolutely
platforming
yes, Crash
kind of,
is
aspect
cool.
of gameplay that we know and love about
Okay.
the franchise. But then narratively for us, it was really cool to layer in kind of a unique perspective to the franchise. This is the moment when Cortex is really excited about the
Don't
prospect
lean
of
on the
Crash
narrative,
being on
guys.
his team, because Crash was originally created by Cortex, and so this is a weird point in time that's never really been explored in the games before.
Awesome. All right. Well, Crash 4, It's About Time looks phenomenal, Lou. We cannot wait to check it out in October. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Awesome. All right. Well, we will be right back after this for more Gamescom Opening Night Live.
I know these shows are tough, especially in these times. Little underwhelmed so far.
I have become terrible.
Yeah, I was really excited for that Back to the Future game that wasn't real.
It's great to see him. It's actually weird because just probably earlier this week, I watched that weird clip because it popped up on YouTube of when Christopher Lloyd was on Jimmy Kimmel Live, like on, what, July 2015 or whatever the date was, where they're supposed to be in Back to the Future 2, where him and, why am I forgetting his name? Michael J. Fox, yeah, showed up on stage, and even that was a little bit like, oh boy, Christopher Lloyd's getting up there. So now seeing him 5 years later, it's like,
Did he always have white hair? Was he like a Steve Martin type of thing going on?
Yeah.
Or is that just like a wig or something for the movies?
It's a good question. Let's see, Christopher Lloyd in the 70s. Let's look at that, because he was what, on Taxi? Is that right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Not Taxi Driver, Taxi, the sitcom.
Right. He was a driver on Taxi. I guess One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, he doesn't have white hair. He has brown hair there.
Did you hear they're doing a new Netflix show on the nurse from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Nurse Ratchet?
Yeah.
Oh, that's an interesting angle. All right.
It's like a prequel to the movie.
Huh. That seems interesting.
Welcome to the Hyperscape.
All right.
A contender.
Don't you want to know how the business of this works? Like, how much did Blizzard pay to have that full WoW thing play? Or was it just a deal that, like, hey, we'll give you Blizzard content, but you can only have this? Do you want it or not, Geoff Keighley?
Time to party.
Yeah, I don't know how that all works. If it's just like take it or leave it. We have a new trailer. We can either release it ourselves, or you can play the entire thing. Yeah. But you can't chop it down to 30 seconds.
I am looking forward to this weird Shaolin soccer game.
Wow. So this is the actual game. It looks like a real cartoon.
Yeah. I forget the name of it. It is something Japanese. There we go. Available tomorrow.
Welcome
Good
to
God.
Necromancer.
What?
I can see you're new here. Let me get you up to speed.
What it's coming out on.
The Underhive's named well. A sprawl of
Went by so
humanity
fast.
suffering away like ants.
Apparently it's a Japanese
Deep
manga.
underground where we ain't causing trouble but are rich boys and girls, no matter how loud we are. Until we
let's
ever
see.
make some noise.
The Google autofill.
Every all
People
of
also
says
ask,
they could shoot
is
the
Captain
tail off a
Tsubasa
lashworm,
real?
And they'd splash your head from 20 paces for saying they couldn't. I don't
Oh, is it
wanna
like a
say
biography?
Yeah, did this
but when
actually
their
happen
eyes,
in the soccer
blood,
field?
Skin and will are of iron. It's a potent combo.
2020 game.
Why would someone like you?
Because
wanna
there's those,
know about an all-female gang of psychopaths,
Level 5
drug
makes those soccer
dealers,
games.
killers,
Starts with an
cloners,
I. Do you
and-
remember those? And those always look really tempting, but the reviews were always like lower 7s type of thing.
I didn't know you were a big soccer guy.
I'm not, but I'm a big Shaolin soccer guy. So,
the movie?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just as happy filling you with lead.
Okay, looks like it's going to be on Steam, and it's coming out on everything, including Switch.
Now, mixing that whole pot together in a place like this.
Pretty interesting to see how many games are launching on Switch alongside kind of the more powerful consoles.
Yeah, it's nice to see, especially something like Spiritfarer. It was wild to me that it could launch on Switch and then also be day one Game Pass. Like, it's nice that Microsoft isn't locking down all those games for that exclusive window.
Yeah.
futuro dos jogos, além de realidades virtuais extremamente fidedignas e
Kevin
realistas,
Tsubasa, Metacritic
eu
of
acho que também
73
se
right now.
encontra em formas mais
You know what?
expressivas
I'd still
e
like to check that out.
absurdas,
I'd like
quebrando
to
cada vez mais
play
esses
some anime
paradigmas de
soccer.
formato de videogame que a
Just
gente
go
tem
for it.
e sendo
Thank you,
usado
man.
mais do que nunca
Inazuma
como
11 was the
uma
level 5
ferramenta de
game.
expressão
Thank you.
artística.
Thank you, chat.
I envision the future
Yes.
of gaming to be quite bright.
Did you see
and
the
quite
reveal
online.
of
The next generation of
the
console will clearly allow
Netflix Resident Evil show?
AAA and indie developers to build more
I read a tweet summary of what it was, but I didn't see any footage.
Yeah, I think it was just tweets that they revealed and kind of like explanations of what it is. But it stars Wesker's kids.
So it's like Resident Evil Jr.?
Yeah, it seems like it's split into 2 timelines where it's his kids when they're 14. Trying to live in Raccoon City, it seemed like, which I was confused about.
It's New Raccoon City.
Oh, is that what it is?
I think. I thought I read that somewhere.
Was it? Did they bomb Raccoon City or did they nuke it?
Oh boy.
I want to say they nuked it, didn't they?
You know, one of the
That'd
things
be
I
really
love
rough.
about opening
Like
night
that
is
would
that
have
we can show you the
long-term
biggest
implications.
games in the
I think so.
industry and also smaller titles that
It
should
was
be
a
on your radar.
thermobaric warhead designed with the destructive power of a nuclear weapon. Okay.
Over the past 3 years, developers
Anyways,
But
back
not
to
necessarily radiation?
built his
I guess
own
not.
Pure
game
Yeah.
TNT
to
power?
realize
I
his
guess so.
vision for a fully destructible game world. What he's building has absolutely blown me away, so I asked Dennis to prepare a special trailer just for tonight. I hope you're equally inspired by the ideas in this next game. Definitely one to watch. Teardown.
Teardown. Good name for a game. Sold.
Okay. Yep.
Great.
Alrighty.
Oh. The sensor will detect if you drive a truck through the wall. Chat's losing its mind. They're very on board for this.
Yeah, this looks very creative and interesting. Oh, of course, the getaway boat. All right. I can see this being like huge on streaming and stuff too.
Oh, yeah. Congratulations, Teardown. You won Opening Night Live.
Last year at Opening Night Live, we announced Little Nightmares
Get out of there,
2
Jeff.
to the world. Well, the team at Tarsier Studios hasn't shown anything since, but that changes right now. Here is a first look at the gameplay of Little Nightmares 2, which is coming next February, with more to come throughout the week at Gamescom, including a live demo on Gamescom Studio tomorrow.
Gamescom Studio.
Nice. All right, thank you.
His mic's still live. Nice, thank you.
This is neat. I don't think I know much about Little Nightmares 1.
Oh, yeah. Limbo-esque. So the idea of it's going 3D is quite different.
Oh, okay.
Kyle liked it a lot.
Looks very cool.
Oh, no.
No, 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 no.
Nope. That's worse than a spider.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, fun. Nick says, it reminds me of the movie 9. And I don't know if Nick was here for earlier in the stream or not. If you're just jumping in and bringing up 9, my mind is blown. Cool.
Coming up pretty soon.
Yeah. No comment.
I'm WWE Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler, and I'm reuniting with my old buddy Mauro Ranallo to bring you all the over-the-top action in WWE 2K Battleground. Mamma mia!
Now, Brian, I won't speak for you, but I'm more on board for this. I'm happy to see that at least them going for something different and just getting insane.
Stars and legends brawling it out like never before.
Yeah?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Hold on to your toothpaste. Look out below. WWE is LIT. You know, I'm a little more old school than Mauro, so I can't wait to see these WWE legends teach these kids a thing or two. And you know what? Here's a closer look at the insane action. It's a great evening for WWE action. Oh, wow. Take that, Mauro. Man, it's so good to see the Bella Twins at their best. And now, let's keep this party rolling with another matchup. Oh, look out, Mauro. The Undertaker has risen.
I can't imagine
Balor is about to be taken for his last
the
ride.
empty, quiet room that he's just screaming into right now without any context of what he's talking about. Like, all right, now you just say, oh no.
What's the matter with you legends? This is just an example.
Fortunately, Jerry Lawler has probably done the commentary on more wrestling games than maybe anyone else.
Yeah.
So he's got lots of experience in that department.
Now, is he the man who would say that man had a family? Who is that?
That is Jim Ross.
That's Jim Ross, different announcer. Okay. And he's no longer doing commentary?
He is broken in half.
Oh.
Jim Ross works for AEW right now.
Hello again.
Oh, interesting.
I have
Okay.
even more awards to announce, so let's get right down to it. The winner of Best Action Adventure Game
These awards?
is
What's happening?
Watch Dogs Legion.
According to what? What's happening?
It starts with you.
A game
This
that's not
is
out?
It's like they're doing awards if there really was a show and you got to see everything.
Yeah?
Like Best of Gamescom.
The winner of the Best Action Game is Star Wars Squadrons.
So, but it's not like the developers are making Gamescom demos to be judged by the press. What the hell is going on?
I do not understand the criteria.
The winner
Does
of
not
Best
compute.
Multiplayer Game is Operation Tango.
What is this?
Operation Tango. It takes two to save the world.
Huh. Could be cool. This has not really been announced before?
I don't know. It won an award, so I assume it's been announced, but I have no idea.
The winner of Best Indie Game is Curious Expedition 2.
That's interesting.
Did not believe what I had witnessed. It was time for the world to learn my name.
Congratulations to all the winners. As
Explain
I mentioned,
what's
IGN will
happening.
be here for all of Gamescom with great shows and new ways for you to get all your gaming news. Check it out.
Gamescom 2020 is the heart of gaming, and you can keep to the beat right here on IGN. We've turned the single biggest show in gaming into 5. Gamescom Now is your virtual show floor with up-to-the-second live coverage. Gamescom Daily Show, Gamescom's first ever late-night talk show. Our Gamescom Awesome Indies Show, the freshest deep cuts in indie gaming. And finally, the Gamescom Best of Show, including the Gamescom Award. Gamescom 2020 is available on IGN and wherever you stream Gamescom Now.
Going all in on the Gamescom
And
branding
now it is time
bizarre.
to talk about that Best Action Game winner, Star Wars Squadrons. This is a new immersive space combat game from Motive Studios that delivers the ultimate Star Wars pilot fantasy. We've missed those. In Squadrons, you'll suit up and fly for both the New Republic and the Galactic Empire across intense 5v5 multiplayer battles, as well as an all-new, authentic single-player story.
I'm excited
set
for this.
after
I think
the
it looks great
events of
so far.
Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi.
Oh, yeah. Super
Today,
excited.
we'll get a glimpse at what Squadron's story has to offer by taking a brief look at one of the single-player missions featuring some light narration by the Motive team. Let's check it out.
We all choose our path, light or dark.
Has there been like
or destruction?
an all-in Star Wars
The Empire
flight
chose
game
to
since the
destroy
GameCube
Alderaan
days?
in order to spread fear and douse the fires
They
of rebellion.
announced in 2014 a free-to-play successor to X-Wing vs. TIE Fighter, and then it was in beta, and then they canceled it.
It was their bravery
It's called like
that ended
Attack
Palpatine's
Squadrons, I think.
reign and brought about
And then they had the VR experience in Battlefront 1. That was a flight game. That was like a little self-contained story. That was pretty cool, actually. But not really.
Hoping to end our New Republic before we find our footing. As their empire collapses, they try to tighten their grip. But the galaxy is changing, and you can be a part of it. With the help of brave and daring pilots, this war can end. Make a choice.
And that is
Fly
Leia,
with
right?
The New Republic. Change our galaxy for the better.
I think, yeah, she was in the established as the narrator in the
I'm
beginning.
Suzanne Hunka, narrative producer on Star Wars Squadrons. Our single-player story is one of daring pilots and deep-seated rivalries.
Take Titan Squadron. Hunt down this Starhawk and eliminate it.
Gladly, Admiral Sloan.
Over the course of the story, you'll fly as two pilots on opposite sides of the war. And, like all modes in Star Wars Squadrons, you'll have the option to experience every mission fully immersed in VR.
Wedge Antilles, Rogue Squadron.
Oh, wow.
There
I
he
hear
is.
you're the reason I was able to finally get a comm through.
Today, we're giving you a glimpse of an early Imperial mission behind enemy lines.
One of our spies,
Now, do we know if it's all space or if there's some planet-side stuff?
I think it's all space.
Your mission is to extract her from an orbital outpost above Hosnian Prime. Behind
Chat
enemy
is excited
lines,
about that
you'll have to
VR
eliminate
stuff.
Perimeter defenses. When you've secured the area,
Yeah, I wonder
you
if it would
escort
make me
the
barf or
Gladius
not.
to the outpost, and our extraction
Oh, it
team
seems
will
like it.
acquire Agent Thorn.
All those barrel rolls.
Once Thorn is secure, reach your Gozanti cruisers and return to the Overseer.
Cover our escape and escort us to the jump point. We have Republic corvettes inbound. Move, Titan.
Man, is there anything better than getting that target lock and just shooting that one missile, home missile?
Very good.
I'll handle it.
You have my thanks, Titan Squadron.
No time to celebrate. Move on.
Go, go, go!
Each mission will immerse you into the escalating conflict between the New Republic and a shattered empire. Debrief with your squad mates between missions.
You're our new wingmate.
Customize and master all 8 starfighters and join the galaxy's finest.
I need you focused and ready to go.
Oh, crazy.
From bombing runs at the Nadiri dockyards to setting a trap in the Xavian abyss. The story of these rival squadrons will push the war to the brink and define the galaxy for years to come. I look forward to seeing you in combat October 2nd.
They did a really good job of making space look different from level to level,
Yeah.
it seems.
Yep, absolutely. Just give you a lot of debris to fly through, but hopefully not get in your way. It's a tough challenge.
That is not all EA
Yeah.
has to share from a galaxy far, far away today. At Star Wars Galaxy Edge, you can enter the world of Batuu, where you can visit Oga's Cantina or jump into the Millennium Falcon on a run to Smuggler's Cove. It was this incredible adventure at Disneyland Resort and Walt Disney World Resort that inspired The Sims' latest game pack. Check this out.
What is happening? What the hell? This is how we get to explore this new planet? What's the name of the planet again, Brian?
Is it Batuu?
Batuu.
developers hate roses. I'll have to keep that in mind.
Oh, now Symbolist is an official Star Wars language, I guess.
That's pretty decent as far as made-up Star Wars music goes.
Yeah.
Usually it's very stupid.
So how does this work? You don't get to like customize the area. You just get to walk around the Disneyland area within The Sims?
There seem to be adventures. But yeah, they're not really showing like you building like your own little... Oh, there we go.
Oh. Maybe it's just like an asset pack. What the hell? All right, look, I will check that out.
Why not? I think that'd be a good stream.
Yeah, I think so
too.
too.
People just curious about it.
Right.
All the weird stuff you could do with it.
Huh.
There is even more Star Wars to come later in the show. Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga is up, and as we move into our second hour, we've got Fall Guys Season 2 still to come, the reveal of that, which I can't wait for you guys to see. And of course, a gameplay demo of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart for PlayStation 5. But right now, you might remember this next game from Annapurna Interactive from last year's Microsoft E3 event. And today, I'm excited to share a new announcement from the team. This interactive thriller about a man stuck in a time loop is one of this year's most intriguing indie titles, and now they've added an absolutely all-star cast to the game. Here's a whole new look at 12 minutes.
Oh yeah.
I love time loops in all forms of fiction.
Yes. Sign me up.
All right. Close your eyes. I want you to think of a flower. Look at its contours, its curves. Now I want you to imagine it changing. Moving backward.
Sounds like Willem Dafoe.
To its bud. Think of that bud. Unopened. Look at it as a whole.
It really does sound like him.
Repeat these phrases.
Chad is also thinking that it sounds like him. I wonder if it's actually him.
Suffering. May you be free from fear.
It has to be him.
Yeah.
May you know peace.
Reprising his character from Beyond Two Souls. Oh, what?
Oh. Hey, called it.
What?
That looks cool.
Only on Xbox. All right. Not even PC? That's weird.
That's going to be
You're
a
out of
really
the loop,
special
Hanson.
indie game. So glad to announce that here on the show. Now, last year at the Game
not
Awards, we
Godfall.
announced Godfall,
Stay
a
away.
new looter shooter coming to PlayStation 5 and PC from Counterplay. Tonight, we've got a quick sneak peek of one of the new Valor plates with more footage coming as part of
I don't know if you watched the
Gamescom
last State of Play,
2020.
Brian,
Check
but the
this out.
last like 10 minutes were just Godfall gameplay, like deep systems talk, and the entire chat was losing their mind about just, we don't care this much about Godfall. We'll check it out, maybe.
Oh, Lord. Well, the armor's cool.
That's insane.
Maybe 10 minutes on bug armor.
I wonder if it's choppy on their end.
So it was Daisy Ridley and James McAvoy as well.
Yeah.
It looks cool. I wonder if the whole thing is like top down.
I think it is, yeah. I'm very curious about that. What the hell?
We have much
All
more
right.
O&L to
Godfall,
come.
everybody.
Exclusive looks at Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga, Fall Guys Season 2. Wait until you see what the Mediatonic guys are up to, and so much more. But
Chat
first,
is still trying to
I'm
wrap
sure
their
you
minds
saw
around that
earlier this
Godfall
week,
video.
The Heart of
What's
Deimos,
happening?
Warframe's newest expansion was released on PC,
Here's some fighting.
Xbox, and PS4, and today it's also on Switch, all platforms. Here's a look at the Heart of Deimos.
Expand. Explore. Tear the veil asunder. Subvert new territory to our sovereign will. But that was what it wanted too. It raged unchecked.
Do you think Geoff Keighley's a good-looking guy, Brian?
Yeah, he seems seems pretty decent.
Okay.
He seems to keep in shape. He seems to have a good skincare regimen.
I bet he does. He's aging well.
Yeah. He manages to get his hair cut in the pandemic somehow.
Now.
Yeah, I'm starting to get to that point where I got to figure out. I guess I could just buzz my head again, which I've done once already, but it doesn't go well.
The final heartbeat.
Yeah, it looks like you're dealing with some lice or something when that happens.
Well, it's just like the back is always a disaster and stuff. I don't know.
Do you have the missus help out with any of that stuff?
I guess I could. I don't think she's done a lot of it, but her mom does cut hair. She's cut hair her entire life, so maybe some skills have rubbed off on her.
And her family's not from around here, right?
No.
So you can't just swing over there and get it done.
I should have. When I visited them in Seattle last time, I should have had a haircut.
Discovering or rediscovering video games during lockdown, whether it be older people.
Hi, nice to see you again. I'll just sit down in your kitchen and you can get to work here.
Parents who suddenly find they have to do something together with their kids, and I think I've given out more advice about video games in 2020 than any other time ever, and as a result,
which guitar would you choose up
than
top?
Ever that we keep making different.
Oh, Flying V, of course.
Okay,
A
correct.
pandemia pela qual a gente está passando tem sido período difícil a todos. Então,
I respect that playroom. That looked like a lot of fun to be in.
Mais empatia,
Take us there,
mais
please.
amor, mais
Looked
carinho,
very organized.
e
I
saber
was
que a gente vai
impressed.
sair dessa juntos. Vai ser difícil, mas
Chat, what do you think so far about the show? We're just getting into the second half here.
Healthy and safely through this
rate the show on a scale of 1 to 10, please.
Time,
and Godfall is not a number between 1 and 10.
Jogos são, na minha opinião pessoal,
okay, people seem angry. Now we're getting some 6s and some 5s.
Eles englobam tudo.
Oof.
Música, arte,
boy.
escrita. E você
That's a
tem
tough
chance
average,
de
Brian.
controlar e
Probably
vivenciar
averaging
essas
around a
experiências
5.25 at this
você
point.
É mágico.
Out of 10?
Yeah.
Jogos
oh boy.
são por amor.
Oh, Clemens gave it an 8. Clemens, what do you like? Let's focus on the positive here. Flame Queso said, I'm just so happy Star Wars won Best Action Game.
Watch you sleeping, them snakes all around, you know they connected. When I was a kid, my grandmama told me I can't go to heaven.
This game looks like something that would have like a Toys to Life element to it.
Yeah. Is this Rocket Arena? No. What is this?
Zangief Slam.
Checking the list. I'm always aware of your current position. I just hold up to the perfect condition. Coming alive.
What are you?
Oh, Battle Angel theme. We should make a drinking game out of that.
Supercharged Mech League. I like a robot blowing bubble gum. That's something I haven't seen. Alright. Don't push us. We'll think about it.
Okay.
All right, guys, we're back officially into hour 2. We've got an hour more of great
What's your
stuff
favorite-
to show you. Destiny
What's your
2
favorite
Beyond
Geoff Keighley
Light
background
Stasis. You're going to see a brand new look at that.
I liked it when it was
Fall
up
Guys
there.
Season
Ronald Reagan's
2 and
face on the
Ratchet and
floor.
Clank
I thought that
for
was cool.
PlayStation 5 and so
What a
much more across
nightmare
the next
hall
hour.
of mirrors he's
Opening
in
Night
now.
Live continues, and it just is the start of Gamescom 2020. But right now, on September 25th, Mafia Definitive Edition launches, a comprehensive, built-from-the-ground-up remake of the original Mafia. Tonight, we've got the exclusive debut of the next trailer, called A Life of Reward Too Big to Ignore, which deals with Tommy's induction into the Salieri crime family. Check this out.
All these guys in this room, They're here because they have the only thing that matters to me. The only thing that should matter to any of us. You know what that is, Tommy?
They're loyal.
That's right.
Huge remake for them. That's crazy.
Yeah.
One day you're busting your back doing an honest day's work in a city that's been trying to scrape you off its heels since the day you stepped off the boat. And the next you're stuffing your pockets full of Salieri's.
Did you ever play the original game?
I played a little bit of Mafia 2.
Teach these boys a lesson.
Do you think in the remake they'll keep like the
break every bone
speed
in
of the
their
cars and you have to stop at red lights and all that stuff?
One of those Wall Street boys. Don't sass me, Tommy.
Oh yeah, that was.
I'm trying to teach you the ropes, so you don't get strangled by them.
I haven't followed it. That motorcycle looks pretty fast.
With me, you're going to be living the high life, Tom.
There's the fastest car in the game.
Trust.
Salieri, you won't ever need to worry about me.
Okay then. Welcome to the family.
I wonder how that's gonna do, because they got when they released that Mafia 2.
Next,
like
we're
current gen
introduce
version,
you
it just
to
got
a
slammed for being a tech
turn-based
mess.
multiplayer
So I think people are
strategy
skeptical about
FPS
this
from
one
team in
now.
Montreal, Canada. Lemnis Gate is coming in early 2021 and has a unique mechanic built around a 25-second time loop. Check this out.
Oh yes, time loop.
Another time loop game? Oh, this is like that other shooter that was on Steam this year. I forget the name of it. Oh, was it Laser League? What was the name of that Steam game?
So, are you shooting like ghosts of other people's runs?
I guess. Quantum Leap, is that the name of the game? Okay, yeah, Quantum Leap was the other game that was similar to this year. Oh my gosh.
How could they possibly name their game Quantum Leap?
Wait.
With the TV show named Quantum League.
Quantum League, sorry.
Oh, yes.
Next spring,
okay, what
get
was that
ready
game
to
called?
experience
Lemonix?
memorable
What?
moments and non-stop action from all 9 Star Wars films in LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. The entire series has been reimagined with new fun-filled LEGO humor, and now we've got your first look at the gameplay trailer.
Lemnis Gate? That's confusing.
Oh, okay. Seemed creative. I'm not sure exactly how it works.
I want to learn the ways
yet,
of the Force and become a Jedi like my father.
So, is the idea here that they're just completely
the Force is unusually strong with him.
tossing out all the old LEGO Star Wars stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, that's smart.
Yeah, the demo I saw at E3 last year looked awesome.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
That boy is our last hope.
There is another.
From the Resistance. Your sister Leia sent me. We need your help.
I love these.
Oh, crazy. Weird.
The Force will be with you, always.
Well, you know they were going to have to redo Hoth.
Oh, yeah. This music's just cheating. You can't use this for the trailer.
Punch it!
Not him.
The Falcon.
Hang on. Was that new Harrison Ford VO?
I would guess it's a really good impersonator.
They got him for Force Awakens.
I
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
So be it, Jedi.
Nice.
Crazy. Apparently they showed Yaddle. Did I miss Yaddle?
I totally missed Yaddle.
Spring. That has been a long journey. They've been promoting the thing for a long time.
Huh.
Man, Lego Star Wars looks so fun, coming to next gen as well. All right, we'll be right back with more world premieres from huge new games like Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart, Medal of Honor, Above and Beyond, and Destiny 2. But before that, here's a look at a game that is launching tonight on Nintendo Switch and Steam. It's called Struggling from Frontier, a fun physics-based platformer where up to 2 players control Troy, our fleshy hero. Check this out, and remember, you can play this tonight.
Nope.
What the hell?
Oh my god. It looks like, what was that game from last year? Oh, help me out, chat. The one with the 2 arms where it's co-op and you're trying to get across. Something with, it's not Mount Your Friends. It's something with friends though, isn't it?
Words.
There was a fart button. Heave ho. Yes, thank you, chat. Perfect. God, it's so nice to have this hive mind. I don't have to remember anything ever again.
It makes us look good.
I don't know. Oh, it's looking good when every 3 minutes, like, chat, what's the name? Come on. William Dafoe, that's it. Mount Your Friends is another game from, God, 2012 or something? That was a similar thing.
Okay, some pirates.
Sea of Thieves update? No. Oh, Age of Empires 3! The definitive edition? Is that what we're working with here?
Rebuilt. Maybe you got it.
They haven't really said that much about this. I signed up for a beta a long time ago and never heard anything about it.
You got a pretty snazzy PC these days to handle
it can handle
updated 4K graphics?
I think it can handle Age of Empires 3 updated, yeah. I don't have a single 4K screen though, so maybe I can't fully experience Age of Empires 3. This game was interesting. Like back in the day, God, when was this? 2005? 2004? But I remember, I think 2005. It was just mind-boggling how good it looked, and my PC could not handle the water alone. I remember them showing off like water and videos on GameSpot, and it just blew my mind. There it is again.
Crazy to think that even if you buy like a somewhat middle PC now, it could just destroy any of those games that were so high tech back in the day.
Yeah, yeah. That's why it goes to show you should never buy anything new, ever.
Never buy a PC.
October 15th, there we go. That'll be fun. I like that game fine. It's no Age of Mythology, but Margaret from production at Game Informer, the world's biggest Age of Empires 3 fan. She loves that one.
She's ready to go. She'll have a big cup of tea and her cat.
Yeah.
Be ready to go with that one.
It's a Margaret insight. People are excited about Game Pass, obviously. Having that Age of Empires 3 on there. That was fun. Alright. Thanks again to everybody watching us on YouTube. Henrik, Red 8, Ultra, Snow, Flaming Queso, Mike Hoist, Antilles, Socrates. Thanks for being here, folks. You can check us out at patreon.com/MinnMax2N. Support us at any tier. You get access to the wonderful Discord. Also, you can submit questions to the MinnMax Show. You can also watch the MinnMax Show live. You can get early access to it as well in the podcast form. All those types of fun benefits. Check them out.
The game that I've given the most hours to, that I love going back to, is Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I have to say, since Origins came out, this new reboot of Assassin's Creed.
Are these like
That's my first time
influencers or
doing
something?
it.
Or
Yeah, I saw like a lot of Pierce was earlier.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Okay.
At the moment, I enjoy to play Fall
pets,
Guys
kids meet.
with my friends. It's very funny, easy to learn, but hard
Where
to
do you stand on
master.
gamer
I
chairs,
have a few
Brian?
games that I binge play. Games that I return to every year.
I don't
Halo,
know if
the
I've ever
entire
really
Master Chief
sat in a
Collection is a really
professional
big one for me
gamer
that I've
chair,
considered.
but
Yeah.
But I also still just casually binge.
I guess I
Animal
like the
Crossing.
high
I've been doing
back.
that basically all year.
So you can just kind of lean back and be very sloth-like, but
Yeah.
they're pretty loud. I don't know if I'd be able to have one in my house.
Although much like my
Loud
house,
visually, you mean?
I get away with WrestleMania chairs, and that's about I think as far as I can go.
Okay, that's fair. Maybe they make like gamer cribs or something.
Congratulations to
There you
Donut
go.
Entertainment. Well, after a big day of Gamescom events and announcements, you'll be happy to know that IGN is going to help you digest all that info with Gamescom Daily Show.
Where do you stand on gaming cars, Brian? Pro or con?
From gamers for gamers.
Con car, I think.
Okay, con car.
Thank you very much,
Though,
Sid. And by the way,
I haven't seen it,
congratulations to
so
Don't Nod
maybe
for,
that would
telling
totally
me
change my
why
mind.
a really
You would
important
drop
game
everything
that
in your
is out
savings
now
just
that
to
you
buy
can
this
play,
car.
on Xbox and Game Pass. And as we know,
Yeah,
there's a lot
instead of a
going on
steering
in the
wheel,
world,
does it just have an
and that
Xbox
goes beyond
controller
the
inside?
pandemic. Between
Yeah.
social conflicts we're seeing in the news and acts of nature, we can see how vulnerable we as people can sometimes be. And now I think it's as important time as ever to remember to come together and support one another. We are a global gaming community. There are millions of people watching tonight, and I know we're all here because we love games and we know that games are good in the world and can bring us together. And I think we've all felt that in 2020. So I think that's really important to remember.
Do you think this
amongst
is
all the
live?
games and trailers. All right. Well, one way as a community
Yes, it
we
is.
can come
Yes.
together and do good is the Gamescom
Immediately answered your
Forest.
question.
Gamescom has launched a reforestation project by planting a Gamescom forest together with the community. Gamers worldwide can go to Gamescom.global and donate to plant more trees. So let's plant a forest together. All right, well, now we're going to move on to another game. And this one was announced back in May. Chorus is a dark space combat shooter where players take control of Nara on a quest to destroy the dark cult that created her, featuring rich, ray-traced 4K 60 FPS environments on
He's
next-gen
saying all the
hardware.
words.
Here is the first look at gameplay from Chorus.
Course?
You have broken my heart.
Oh boy, don't lead with Lord.
Betrayal. You will be broken.
Okay, space combat.
Yeah, this actually looks cool. I really thought that after the success of Star Citizen that Sony would have brought back Colony Wars. Because they own Colony Wars, right?
Sure.
Did you never play Colony Wars?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's so cool.
Nor have I kept track of the IP rights.
Yeah, that's fair. A couple years ago, I brought it home from Game Informer and had like the full flight setup for PS1 as well.
If
it was
one
very
game
good.
has defined the summer of 2020, it absolutely is Fall Guys from Mediatonic in London and Devolver. This game is setting records and putting a much-needed smile
So Ben, you
on
already know
everyone's
everything that's going to be
face.
shown here, right?
Fall Guys,
Yeah,
I think,
we had an interview on our
represents
YouTube
the
channel.
industry
Yeah,
at
that was
its
exciting.
absolute best.
That worked out well.
Well, soon the Fall Guys experience will evolve with Season 2. There's a lot of new stuff coming, and tonight, Mediatonic is about to give you an exclusive sneak peek at what's next. Get ready. I think the internet is about to freak out.
Stop
Here
laughing
is
and just show us.
Fall Guys Season 2.
Hey, I'm Joe. I'm the lead game designer on Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, and I just want to reach out and say thank you to everyone who's been playing and enjoying the game so far. As a team, we've been looking at all the fan arts, the memes, and the montages that people
Can you
have posted
imagine being that
online, and the
designer?
response to the game
Just
has really
a humble
blown us
British
away.
designer, now it's like, oh,
And
now
today,
you're
we just wanted to give everyone
designing
that
the most
first sneak
popular game in the
peek at
world.
rounds and
Go.
the costumes that they can be enjoying as part of Fall Guys Season 2.
Yeah, that's got to be nuts.
Season 2, you'll be dressing your Fall Guy as a medieval hero and competing across brand new rounds inspired by epic quests from the Middle Ages.
Okay.
Reverse giant drawbridges, dodge swinging axes, and scale movable siege ramps in the quest for ultimate game show glory.
Alright. If you gotta pick a theme for Season 2, sure. They can just look at like the themes that Fortnite's done throughout the last couple of years, just kind of cherry pick what worked.
Yeah. Did you see the Fortnite new season stuff? Was that today?
Yeah, where it's all Avengers stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch the trailer or anything. I just saw some stuff on Twitter.
Peek at Fall Guys Season 2. We're still adding the finishing touches to development, but if you want to stay up to date, then at Fall Guys Game on Twitter is where you want to be.
I like Fall Guys.
See you on the start line.
But the idea that just like a medieval theme was cracking up Keighley for the last hour, it's a little odd.
He's like, oh, I'm sitting on this. I cannot wait for people to tell.
Has Colorado in the palm of his
It's a
hand.
wizard hat.
He's afraid to close his fist. I am not.
Wasteland 3. This is an odd one for Microsoft, where they bought the studio when this game was in development, so it's still kind of got those indie roots, but now Microsoft is pushing it a little bit. It's gonna be an odd one for him.
Liberty's got more brains and cunning than both her brothers put together. She's
Oh,
the only
Lord.
one who could actually run Colorado. She's already tried once.
Do you remember Gamescom, like how the rules are so much different than something in E3? Or like anything scary at all had to be like behind closed doors with like ominous signs. You had to have like wristband proving you were a certain age.
No.
Things like that.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, anything close to like M-rated could not be shown on the show floor at all.
Huh.
Go back to Arizona, Rangers. Then I'll pretend none of this happened. Stay, and you die alone.
Yeah, it was very strange, but they could have like
I really haven't found
ladies just wearing paint
new
walking around the show floor, and that was totally
appreciation
fine.
for gaming at this time, because my appreciation for gaming before couldn't be
As long as it wasn't
Com
red paint
certeza,
that
jogos
might be misconstrued as
multiplayer
blood.
preenchem completamente a conexão social que eu preciso ter
Yes, that
com
would be
outras
scary.
pessoas nesses tempos de isolamento. E é o mais próximo que a gente pode ter de experiências reais com pessoas que
People
estão
are into
longe da
the
gente.
Fall Guys stuff, into the Fall Guys update. That's cool.
Something I've always taken for granted. At the moment, I'm playing Ghost of Tsushima, and I kind of prefer it to the real Japan just because
That's
I've
cool.
heard
I
that in
mean,
real life they don't let you run
Is
around.
everyone playing on PlayStation because of the
a lot more
deal they had
films,
going
music
with
or
that?
whatever.
I assume a lot of people are, because this is the most downloaded PS Plus game of all time. 7 million, 8 million, something like that.
To have a lot of fun.
I've been mostly at home with small children, and gaming is the only thing that I get to do for myself anymore. I find it's not only an escape, it's also a way to challenge my brain.
What about playing guitar?
Gaming is becoming clearly more important for a lot of people. You know, play is a natural instinct, and from Animal Crossing to The Last of Us Part 2 or Ori, yes.
I like these plugs for the concept of playing games on this pretty advanced level stream all about the future of games.
Yeah, a lot of newcomers checking this out.
everyone.
It's like, if only
I'm
someone
Vince
could just
Zampella, head of
convince me
Respawn
why
Entertainment.
games are cool.
When we set out to
I
create
came for
Medal of
Vince,
Honor
but
above and beyond,
I don't know what else
we
they're
wanted to
talking
bring
about.
the series back to its roots. The Medal of Honor franchise is known for its powerful and exciting single-player stories that put the player in the boots of a soldier who was there. It's a series that is grounded in history, which tells emotionally authentic stories. Peter Hirschman, who directed the original Medal of Honor in 1999, is back at the helm of this project.
Do you think he
You'll hear
couldn't
more
get a
from him in
quarantine
just a
haircut,
bit.
so he slaps the head on?
Peter and I actually worked together on Medal of Honor Allied Assault in 2002.
Yes.
And I'm really happy he's
That's
joined
what
us at
I'd do.
Respawn to craft a
Oh, yeah.
completely new experience in VR. The team is creating a riveting and emotional journey through World War II like you've never seen or played. It weaves in the personal stories of the veterans and survivors of the war through powerful interviews that help set the stage for what players will experience. It's more than just a game. And we could not be more excited to show the world the next look at Medal of Honor Above and Beyond and the game's action-packed story.
Just
let's take a look.
Put some concept art over that or something. You know, I don't need to see you reading a teleprompter, but I won't tell you how to do your thing. I promise.
Do you want to produce this next year?
Desperately, yes. Uh-oh.
I know this is the first time some of you will see combat. I know you're scared. Let me be clear with all of you.
Now, is his hand shaking or is that just VR? I can't tell.
Wow. That's going to be pretty nuts
Welcome
to
to
have
France,
like
gentlemen.
World War II VR.
I lead the local resistance cell. Something big is happening inside Gestapo.
Do you think people will do like a Last of Us 2 thing where they just can play any song?
Oh, absolutely.
On the piano?
I play the Star Spangled Banner, man, right in their effing
Members
faces.
of the resistance are perhaps the bravest people fighting in this war. But you really should stop. There is no future in it.
Sorry to interrupt, Lieutenant.
It's your Metacritic review score prediction, Brian.
Be a wild ride, but we'll get you there.
Jet fighters, brace yourselves.
I wonder, does it have? It's mostly campaign. It's not like a multiplayer.
Right. As far as I know.
And it's 100% VR.
Yep. So they will put every outlet will put their VR diehard on the review. You know.
There are things.
If they can.
People. I'm willing to sacrifice myself.
You know, if it works okay and people feel immersed, like it might be an 8.
Might be an 8.
Somehow this
But
motley crew has been
what did
tasked
like
with
the
saving
Star Wars
civilization.
VR stuff do? Like,
Wow, that Darth Vader stuff was so light. Darth Vader VR. I remember like Reiner gave it a 7, I think. Episode 1 of that Vader Immortal is a 78%. Episode 3 is 64%.
Thank you
Half-Life
so
Alex
much,
is
Vince. That
93%.
looks incredible. And now we're here with Respawn Entertainment's Peter Hirschman,
So VRs
game director
can get
on
high
Medal of
scores if
Honor
they're done well.
Above and Beyond, to talk more about their new VR experience. Peter, I got to say, the trailer really grabbed me. Such an incredible story that you're telling to. Tell us a bit about this single-player experience. What can we expect?
Well, Geoff, thank you for having us on the show. I'm representing a whole team back at Respawn that's been working really hard on this, and it's so exciting to premiere the trailer with you. Metal, going back to its roots, was always about putting the player in the boots of a soldier fighting in World War II. And with VR, we're able to do that in almost a literal way.
I would have to think
It's
Spielberg is
definitely
totally
the most
behind the
immersive experience,
VR aspect
most
of this,
immersive
right? He
combat
loves like
experience,
fun
I've
new
ever
gimmicks.
been able to work on.
Yeah.
And the story follows you as a player being recruited into.
I mean, is he still
the
associated in
Office
any
of
way, do you
Strategic
think?
Services, commonly known as
Doesn't
the
appear
OSS.
so. They would
and their mission
put that
was
way out there.
sabotage,
Yeah, you're probably right.
espionage,
I
search
would
and
feel
rescue,
as like
everything in between. You name
you
it,
know,
they did it.
somewhat
and
of
they're known
a
by
key
a
part
different set
of
of initials
first.
now.
Was it just the first game, or did he stick around?
But
for
during World War II,
couple of
they sent operatives all over Europe.
And then
deep
those
behind
first
enemy lines.
games also had
And
Giacchino
that
doing the
allows us
music,
to tell a story
who then
where you get to go
has
to
now
these
grown up to
places and
compose
locations
every
and
film known to man.
participate in events that really helped
Yeah.
shape the outcome of the war.
I really became
One
a
of the things
fan
I
during
love about the
his
trailer is you can tell there's a lot of
Lost era.
interactivity in the
Oh, yeah.
Lost
emerging
soundtrack.
gameplay. You
For
got
sure.
the piano and other things in there.
I became a
Tell
fan
us bit
during the
about,
Lost World video game
how you're
on
using
PS1.
that
He did the soundtrack for it, and that
tell the
soundtrack
story.
rules.
It seems like it's all kind of through a first-person perspective, but there are some story
We're
sequences. How do you
surprisingly
tell the story?
familiar with his catalog, aren't we?
We shot over 120 pages of narrative.
Peter
which is
Hirschman here
more
was an
than some
associate
feature
producer
films.
on Lost
We
World
had
Jurassic
a
Park,
huge
and then produced on the first Medal of
cast
Honor.
Phenomenal actors.
Jesus, and then went on to do
and
a
it was
lot of
fantastic.
Star
And
Wars
the
stuff.
story follows a
Wow.
classic
Like,
three-act structure.
he's involved in the development
Act
of
one is working with the French resistance.
Empire at
getting ready
War,
for
Force
the
Unleashed, all that
invasion.
stuff.
Act 2
Lego
is
Star Wars,
D-Day
Jesus.
itself and the fight to get to Berlin. And then the third act is dealing with the Nazi secret weapon program, which involved things
All right,
like the
Chat, let us know what's the best
262,
Giacchino soundtrack
jet
of all
and the V2
time.
rocket and things that could have really
We'll take
turned
the top
tide of
5
the
answers.
war
Thank
if
you.
we hadn't stopped them. So you get to go on this.
I think I'd go
this
Incredibles
journey,
#1.
This story, and the story.
And then,
is
oh wow, he did that.
All from your
maybe
perspective.
Star Trek
Because it's
2009
VR,
#2.
Your head is the camera. We don't have cutscenes. We don't have edits. Everything revolves
Black?
around
Wait,
your
did he
perspective.
compose
So you
Black?
experience this story completely in first person, as
Up,
if
people
you are
point out,
there.
of course.
So it creates a much more intimate and emotional connection
Doctor Strange
with the characters
score.
and the things going on around you. It was
He really
an
did
incredible
compose
way to
Black.
shoot.
Wow, I had no idea.
One of our animators stood in for the
Wow, that's an
player
old cut.
throughout
Yeah.
the 3 weeks that we were on stage.
People asking if he did
And
Rogue
all the
One. Yeah,
actors
he did,
are
but it was one of those like
always
last
acting
second
and talking
swaps
to
where
you
there's another
directly. And in
composer
VR,
on, and they're like,
it's
"Oh, Giacchino,
a
and it's
powerful
out the
thing.
door." So I don't know how much time he
Was
had
it
to do that.
Deplat who was the original guy on that one?
It just
I don't
makes
remember.
the experience
I forget who they
more,
swapped.
authentic.
A lot of love for the Doctor Strange soundtrack. I don't even remember how that went. I gotta go back and listen to
This
that.
series is really close to your heart.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
I'm like, wow.
I remember enjoying the movie.
There's so much there to experience. It
Uh-oh.
looks really rich and detailed,
Keighley's
obviously
melting down.
authentic as well. Paying tribute to everyone that was involved in the war. I wanted to ask you also about multiplayer.
A lot
which
of
is
love
something
for
that
Lost
Respawn
in
is
there.
really known for, and you've had a great
What's
single
your
player experience.
favorite
But I hear
Lost
you might all
song?
be doing
Mine
MP too.
is the jaunty hiking song. And they were all like, let's go head out to this new base or, go get supplies. That was probably the best.
Career trying
Lost
to map
hiking song.
natural human movements to a
Let's see if
to
we
a
can
control.
find it.
And just figuring out
Oh,
like
I bet
making
this is
feel
it.
good, and one of the hardest ones is leaning. And in
Hang
VR,
on.
you know
I'm
how
sorry.
you duck,
I
you
love
just duck.
I love
and
Metal
how you
Honor, but
lean-
come on. Hang on. Waiting for it. Oh. Hang on. Hang on. Is that your hiking theme?
So?
It's building.
That seemed a little intense. The hiking song is more of a jaunty feel.
Is it this? Oh.
Yeah.
Is that
this
it?
is that was kind of a slow take on it. But
Okay. It's called
yeah,
the
that's
Lost
the
Traveling
basic theme.
theme.
Is one of the most exciting things we've been involved with.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Does it have a real title?
Opening Night Live. We'll be
Traveling
right
theme,
back.
apparently.
In the meantime, here's a
Yep.
look at a
Oh,
new
okay,
game
yeah.
that is launching tonight.
Hiking themes. Perfect. Dakota said there was zero jaunt in that.
Zero what?
Zero jaunt found in that track.
Yeah. I think that was the slow version.
Okay.
He's probably composed like 200 versions of it because it shows up once an episode.
It isn't safe. It can't be controlled. Magic cannot be used.
Arms. Yeah, Zach has a good idea. He says, let's all just go listen to Giacchino's Lost music.
But I am
All right,
back.
that's coming up next.
Yeah, just replaced all the audio with that.
I have broken my vow. And now I fight to break free.
Do it! Oh, is this that Chinese Breath of the Wild game?
It definitely has a Breath of the Wild look to it.
Yeah. Huh. Gee, this guitar. Spell Break? The Battle Royale? People say? Genshin Impact is the Chinese Breath of the Wild. Somebody called Genshin Impact the Chinese Breath of the Wild, but they just use the acronym, like BOTW. Could legally they do that? Could they just call that game Genshin Impact : Genshin BOTW?
I wonder if Nintendo trademarked the abbreviation.
It seems like you can't do that, can you?
I feel like... I guess it depends. Usually they like to cover, legal likes to cover their bases for every possible iteration.
Yeah. Yeah, but then if you're trademarking that stuff, then there's going to be constant conflicts over every, like Gears of War and God of War. You know, they couldn't have had that. Did somebody own GOW? I bet it's just up in the air. So if there's a game that's so popular that it becomes a go-to acronym, that's got to be fair game. Oh, people bring up Dota. That's like the perfect case of that, right? Like it wasn't. Wait.
And then they went retroactively had to grab it, right?
Yeah, but they're allowed to do that and call it Dota, but it's no longer an acronym. It's just Dota, right?
It's like a made-up word, not an acronym.
Right, because it's, lowercase then. Yeah, more games should do that. You guys. Red Letter Media uses BOTW for their Best of the Worst series, but I guess that's different. Yeah, I guess that's a little bit different.
Yeah, if it's not an actual game, like a lot of times you can use the same name, but if it's like a completely different area of business.
Yeah. Brian, I just got so freaked out. I just got a text, and I could see a little preview, and it was just like doorways and stuff in a house. And I realized that the doors are all unlocked upstairs, and I was petrified that it was from an unknown number, which it was, and it was just pictures of somebody inside my house right now. But I think it's my new landlord sending me pictures of the house that they're painting.
So many great games.
Is there somebody coming down here? They're sending pictures as they're making their way down.
Every year at
That would be
Gamescom, we like
terrible.
to highlight some
A brand new
incredible
take
games
on the
made
docks.
in Germany. And tonight we have a special announcement about one of the most legendary German games of all time, created by Factor 5. Enjoy.
Factor 5 German game?
最初タリカンの音楽を聴いた時に曲が素晴らしいだけじゃなくてアミガのサウンドそのものも素晴らしいと思いま
This
した
doesn't sound like German.
本当に聞いたことがなかった
You've been out of the industry for a while, Brian. Things have really changed.
Okay.
So far
All
ahead
right.
of the curve, and each of their games pushed game technology as far as possible.
Turrican, people are guessing?
They're one of the
Turrican, yes.
greatest indie
That
developers
was-
of all time.
I had the T. I was like, Terranigma? What was it?
滑らかで満足いくものだで本当にすごかった。今回タリカンのコレクションが出るってことをとても嬉しく思っているし、
That's cool.
これはまた当時みたいにみんなに見せて歩きたいなと思っています。
This was the first game that allowed me to completely fulfill my musical vision. It defined my career, and the fans have been there ever since. To this day, it's one of my proudest works.
Yeah, baby. See, you can give Geoff Keighley a lot of crap, but him going out for announcing a Turrican anniversary is pretty sweet.
Yeah, so which Turrican games are on there? Is it all of them?
I don't know.
In June, Bungie revealed a new era of Destiny 2 that starts on November 10th with Beyond Light. For the first time ever, Guardians will add a new elemental power to their arsenal, the dark power of Stasis.
Jordan Arell in chat
With Stasis,
asked, what is a
players will take
Turrican?
on the powers of darkness
It's not
to control
important.
and dominate the battle. Here's an all-new look at Stasis from Destiny 2 Beyond Light.
I was going to try to think of something funny that it was, but there's nothing funny about it.
It's just the red Turrican. You still play Destiny, Brian?
I have not for a while.
As you step away from the light,
I really was obsessed with Destiny 1.
you need only look inward. Focus your
And then I think
power.
between
Let it grow.
some of the big expansions, I kind of fell off.
Our fight
Yeah.
is far
It's easy to
from
feel
over.
lost, but Destiny 2 launch would have probably been a good place to jump back in, but
Yeah, I hope they can make like a clean starting point for the new gen even, like if they're able to get on those consoles. God, are they gonna have like the PS5 and Series X version ready to go right at launch? I know they said they're bringing it to it, but I don't know how enhanced it will be. Chat, let us know what Bungie said, please. Uh-oh.
yeah, if you got the info.
Yeah, Jason Jones, if you're in there. Brian, I have bad news. Jordan Johnson just supported us on Patreon, so here we go. Put on that article of clothing, man.
It finally happened?
It finally happened. Here we go. Thank you, Jordan. Appreciate it.
What if I put on this blanket in this hot, hot weather?
Yes, that's perfect. Now you look like a Bungie character.
Yeah, I can just do the hood.
Perfect for everybody tuning in. Very clear who you are.
Oh, it is so hot.
Make
Do you got
Brian
AC at the new
hotter.
place?
Yeah, but it felt good for our 10-minute tour. I'm curious how that basement's gonna feel once I got all the equipment in there and all that stuff. So hopefully the
hot
ventilation's-
equipment.
It's not too bad. The lights are fine. They're fluorescent or whatever, so hopefully it'll be all right. But I'm a little worried about it. But it's got to be better than this sweat box, because holy God.
I have one more award to give
It's
out
really a
tonight,
shame that
and
everything
is
that
Best
cools you
Selling
down makes the
PlayStation
noise.
Game.
That's
So,
really annoying
Yep.
to
without
have.
further
Yep.
ado,
Everything
the
you do
winner
in your
is
job.
Let's see, I
Cyberpunk
guess
2077.
I could just wear a hat and just put a bunch of ice cubes under the hat as I'm recording, and I could just slowly drip over me.
So check out the
There you
Gamescom
go.
Awards user voting, where you can vote for your favorite streamer, Gamescom's Most Wanted, and Best of Gamescom. The winners will be revealed at Gamescom Best of Show, along with cool cosplayers, esports, and more.
Dr. Big says
so tune in on Sunday,
they are
August
creating new
30th
origin
at 8 p.m.
stories for
Central
new
European
players in
time
Destiny
to see
2.
the grand finale of this year's Gamescom, where we
Oh.
give gamers the stage.
That's nice.
That's it for me tonight. But before I turn it back to Geoff, I just want to
People,
say that I hope everyone
people
out
are
there
so
is staying safe
confused.
and healthy.
People say, "What did
We're all in
Cyberpunk
this
win?
together,
Best
so
delay? Like, what is going on here?"
Thank you very much, Sydney. It's great to have you on the show again this year. All right. Well, a lot of people have been
Ratchet and
wondering,
Clank.
what will the next generation of gaming feel like? How will it be different? What is that generational difference? Well, back in June, we saw the announcement of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart from Insomniac Games, a title which uses the power of PlayStation 5, the SSD hard drive, and the DualSense controller to create an experience that Insomniac says is only possible on brand new hardware. Well, now it's time for you to decide if you see the difference. Here's an extended, uninterrupted demo of live PlayStation 5 gameplay of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Enjoy.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. I don't think they've confirmed this for launch. Joe K in the chat.
No, no! We're back. And not far from where we last saw him. We may still have time to put a stop to this.
That chrome looks pretty good.
Great chrome.
Hey, I think I found the Wombat! Oh dear.
I remember even Cracking Time looking amazing back on PS3.
Let's show him how it's done.
Yeah, it's like what they can do with the cartoony graphics with just the little touches to make it look really nice.
Yeah.
Just makes you wonder, like, like Nintendo wanted to go a little more high tech. Like if they could do these kind of graphics in the cartoony Mario game.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
Feels good that he's back in action.
People say this looks good. No doubt. But I mean, even the PS4 Ratchet and Clank, I think, also looks amazing.
Last one.
Yeah. Now, is there an actual like day one like must-have launch title PS5 like?
No one knows. I mean, they say that Spider-Man is holiday 2020, but they haven't confirmed that for launch yet. Maybe they don't even know. We don't know when the launch is, you know? So there's still so much to try and figure out.
Did you sign up for that vague like PS5 pre-order?
I did. I didn't get like an email or anything about it. Did you? Yeah, it just said like, thank you for submitting your thing, and then nothing, just throwing it into the void.
It's kind of interesting that Sony's like, the first thing we're seeing about it is them selling it directly themselves versus other retailers support.
Yeah. Sorry, Brian. Cody J also just supported us at Patreon. Patreon account from next to win. So if there's a hat you could put on, we'd really appreciate it.
Let me do this here. This is a real big hit with the kid, is to put stuff that goes on your head that's not supposed to be there.
Shoe on head. Shoe on head. Beautiful.
She loves.
Thank you, Cody.
It gets a laugh every time, and also she grabs it and throws it on the ground really hard.
That is hilarious. I'm glad you're training your kid to have a good sense of humor.
Yeah. Wow. This is pretty nuts.
So many particles. All right, this is the part I'm curious about. Oh, I want to see them go to a different world. Wonder if that's how they're going to end it. That's awesome, like that splashing water pause there. Look at all that crap.
No slowdown.
This is worse than I had imagined.
So many like NPCs and enemies all at once.
Yeah.
They're all just like in and out of portals.
Right, right.
Kraken, or at least a very large octopus.
Nice. Oh, here it is.
Okay.
That's the stuff.
Right to it.
I will never get used to that.
Hey, at least we're on the same planet this time.
Oh.
Nefarious is on the other side of that building.
The thrill was going to a different planet.
Does anything else with
Oh, that's awesome.
I do like that warp, the rope warp thing.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. So you think we're gonna never see one of those like skinny crevasse walls that you have to crawl through ever again in this new generation?
It could be, although in the PS5 gameplay demo from Epic with like that desert lady, they had her shimmying through a space, and then somebody was calling him out on Twitter for like, if it's next gen, why are you still doing the shimmy? And they're like, oh, it's because we wanted to get like the camera close up to her to show how detailed she is. So they technically didn't need to do it, but they just wanted it for a change of pace. So maybe that'll still happen? I don't know. Mike Spam, yeah, points out that in Gotham Knights there's a shimmy wall.
Oh, okay. I just watched the trailer. They did had a gameplay session too. Right?
Yeah, it's like 7 minutes of gameplay. You should definitely watch that. It's cool.
I'll check it out.
Ooh, wonder how destructible all that stuff is. It's looking pretty good. Jesus. This is really impressive, but then again, it's like how many levels can be this action-packed? Like your brain would melt at a certain point.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of like change of pace, like
away from Nefarious.
There we go. Different world, different world. Great.
Oh.
That's awesome.
The dimensions are weakening considerably.
That's super
nuts.
cool. And you're controlling it there? Do you think?
I hope. I
Do
don't know.
you think it needs that like loading zone, like the mid zone? Do you think you go from one world right to the other? Oh my god, this is cool.
Beats me.
Jeez.
Whoa.
Yeah, like you probably get at least 2 or 3 seconds of control in those vignettes, right?
Yeah. Somebody points out that this is, like, we've seen clips of this before, for sure. Like in that trailer.
Ratchet. We are too late. Ratchet?
Who?
It's like the same ending that we saw before, too. All right.
Yeah, that's... with, like, no more answers.
Yeah. Maybe she had a subtitle this time around? Was that different?
Oh, did
Wait.
it identify who she was?
Red 8 says it's the exact same
Ratchet
demo?
and Clank, Rift Apart, and now I am joined
Wait,
by
it's the
Marcus
exact
Smith
same
and
demo
Mike
we saw
Daly from
before? Is that
Insomniac
true?
Games. Guys, it was so great to see that long, uninterrupted demo
Pretty
of
embarrassing,
Rift
right?
Apart. And I
Maybe
have
it was
so
the
many
same demo, but
questions.
long,
It's
like an
amazing to
extended
see what
version
you're
of that
doing
same
with
level?
Yeah,
power
that's what people are saying. The last
PS5
one
and
had
the
cuts.
SSD.
Okay.
Let me ask you first, Marcus, what are you able to do with Rift Apart that you haven't been able to do before in a Ratchet game because of the power of
95%
PS5?
the same.
I mean, first and foremost, it's just pure horsepower enables us to fill our worlds
And we
with
fell for
the
it.
kind of density and
Oh,
light
wow.
that we've
He's
never
got a
been
whole,
able to do before.
like,
More
vinyl shop
importantly,
rack
perhaps,
back there.
though, is the
Yeah, Jesus
dimensional
Christ.
shifting that
High
we have
fidelity
going
over
on,
here.
which uses the SSD that allows us to fling the player.
Did you watch that new show on
from
Hulu
planet
at
to
all?
planet to
No,
planet,
it's already canceled.
Lightning fast.
Yeah,
Like,
isn't that...
way
I
faster than
heard it was good. I was like, oh, I mean to
ever
watch
been
that,
before.
and then
Yeah.
immediately
Rift
canceled.
Tether, we
Well, now you
saw
can watch the
that
entire
in
show.
Demo. We had seen some of that in
Real
the,
easy, like.
the trailer. So that's all actual gameplay. Mike, I'm curious, like, how does that work as you kind of play through the game? Are there certain moments and levels where you can jump, or how do you play through that?
Yeah, so in the game, there is dimensional damage spread throughout the galaxy that Ratchet and Clank have to find a way to fix. And you can find these weak points in space-time that you can pull to you with your Rift Tether. It's like being able to lasso a portal. And that enables you to basically like warp across the world to find new places to discover or gain a tactical advantage in combat.
Wow, yeah, I got to say, like, when you see that and you imagine the jumping from multiple worlds at instantaneously almost, and it sounds like there's no load screens throughout the entire game.
That's right. We're going seamless.
That's right. Yep.
Wow, all right. You bite so confident, both of you say it. I like it.
You think Sony could have shipped them better
let me
mics?
ask you about DualSense. That's something that is a big part of PS5. I've had a chance to hands on with the controller, with the adaptive triggers.
Do you
and
think there's a
haptics.
fancy mic shortage?
How are you using that?
There is. I know for sure there's a fancy
impact the
webcam
gameplay
shortage because I've been
of
trying to
Rift
buy some and they're tough to get.
Oh, no.
Part of every Ratchet and Clank game is a powerful arsenal of weapons that just exude a ton of personality. And the DualSense is sort of like, it feels like it was made for Ratchet and Clank just because the haptics give us a whole new layer for the weapons to express themselves. So for example, your burst pistol, of course it gives you like a satisfying click or kick with every bullet. But when you throw the shatter bomb, you can actually feel the
Hanson,
energy pulsing
I
off the
don't know if
grenade
this is,
fade away as it gets further apart
this
from
is
you. Basically,
too much to
the
discuss
haptics are expressive enough.
inside
Every
baseball
weapon
on
feels
MinnMax,
different,
but
and you can tell what you're holding.
what happens if you can't get a pre-order for PlayStation 5?
Level where,
Like,
in addition to the trigger pull feeling
or
unique,
like,
we can actually use that.
where
as
do
a
you come
super
down
intuitive
also on
way
like
to add
deepest dive
alternate
once the new
functions to
generation comes out?
weapons.
Are you concerned about like
Yeah.
people
For
having the
demo, we've got
console?
the Enforcer, which is a double-barreled
Are
shotgun.
you gonna play it safe with the old
You can pull
generation
the
for a
trigger
while
part of
so
the
that
way
more
down
people can
until
join
you hit
in?
resistance to
Maybe.
fire a
I
single
hadn't really
barrel.
thought much about
And then
it,
whenever
Brian.
you feel like
I guess
it's
it
the right
depends
time,
on
pull it the rest
how
of the
many
way
they're
for a
selling
double
and stuff.
shot.
But like,
So you
it'd be
might
nice to do
swarmed by
Miles
a bunch of
Morales for a
little
deepest
enemies.
dive, but
You only want
I
to
think
waste one
I mean it's a
shot
smaller
and then
audience
wait a
than
minute for
PS4, but I
even
still
more
think
to
that they're
swarm
going to be
in
so
before finishing them
excited.
off. But a big guy,
You know,
you
that I
probably
think
want to just give both
enough of an
barrels
audience
to
will
right
still show
away.
up. You know, if we were
So
to have
there's
a
nice intuitive
poll on
way
Twitter about
of
whether or not you're going to at least
basically
try
raising
to
the
buy a
skill ceiling
PS5, I'm
and
guessing
giving
it's a
you more ways
majority
to
of the
play better.
audience, right?
Wow, no, I'm
Yeah.
excited to see how you
I
guys
bet-
are going to roll
I
that
bet,
out across what I'm sure are
people on
an
MinnMax
insane,
are all about
group of weapons
new
as always.
consoles coming.
Plot-wise,
Yeah, even like-
Marcus, tell us a bit about this
hang on,
game.
we should
I
probably
think
pay
some
attention
fans
to
have
this. This
wondered,
is
does
the
this
highlight of
tie
the show.
into the movie plot line, the game plot line? Like, tell us in the Ratchet verse where this sits.
Yeah. Well, canonically, this is an extension of Ratchet and Clank Into the Nexus, the 2013 game. But it's a standalone adventure. So it's one that, even if you've never played a Ratchet and Clank game, you can get into it and you'll understand it and you'll enjoy it. For hardcore fans, we have a lot of nods. You're gonna see a lot of returning characters and planets and see them all through a whole new way.
Yeah, what is it with that giant fly behind him?
Dimensionality.
Yeah, no, this Rift Tether thing I think looks really exciting. And how often, like, is that something we saw in the demo? Is that something you're going to see like frequently in the game? Are there special moments? Like, I guess I'm curious, like, how often you use that technique for gameplay.
So the Rift Tether has created these anomalies all throughout the galaxy. You'll encounter those pretty often. There's even a few more types of dimensional damage you'll encounter that we haven't shown yet. Okay. Now, being pulled between
Henrik's
worlds,
asking if this is the last game they're going to show.
To chasing after
Seems
Dr.
that way.
Nefarious
I think this was
in the
their grand
demo.
finale, but maybe they'll be
sort of
saving one more
reserved for
thing.
special
I
moments
doubt
when
it.
You really have to, when the dimensional damage really tears.
I wonder
wide
if
open.
PlayStation.
Well, I gotta say, it
after
looks
their,
incredible. And then
their
at the
big game,
end,
then
we got
maybe
another tease of this
and maybe
female
they do a big
Lombax.
price.
I know you guys have confirmed she is
big
playable
stinger.
That'd be
in parts
amazing.
of the game. I think everyone wants to know, though, do we have a name for her?
I mean, the world is more interesting with mysteries, and we're going to have to keep this one a little longer.
Do we get a number of letters in her name or anything?
Too many smart people on the internet. They'll figure it out right away.
She's not named Abby, though, right?
Come on, Geoff.
All right, well, we'll have to wait and see what you guys have in store for us. I got to say, I mean, it looks incredible. The Ratchet games are always so much fun. And as you said, when you think of the power of SSD and the DualSense all coming together, it looks really exciting. Before we go, though, I think everyone around the world wants to know when we're going to get to play this game. Anything you can share with us on where you're at in development right now?
Mike?
Mike?
So Ratchet and Clank is coming out in the PS5 launch window. So we haven't announced a specific release date yet, so stay tuned for that.
That could mean
kind of
spring.
Window? Is it
Oh, here
big
we go,
windows?
Keighley.
No, I'm just kidding. All right, that's all we're going to
No,
get.
don't be
I'm sure.
kidding.
Ratchet and Clank.
Ask the
Rift Apart,
question.
coming in the launch window for PlayStation 5. I got to say, Insomniac, we're so excited what you
That's
guys are
gotta
doing
mean
across
spring, right?
PlayStation, and the game looks incredible. So thank you so much.
I
For
think they build
all
that
you've
like even
done,
Second Son
and
for
we look forward to
PS4.
seeing
That was a
more
launch
of,
window
Rift Apart
game
soon.
after the delay, and that was spring
Jeff. Take care.
2014.
All right, Marcus
I think.
and Mike from Insomniac, thanks for
I would
showing us that first
determine
look at
window
Ratchet
to
and
be
Clank
a
for
month or
PlayStation
two.
5, and that's going to do it
Yeah?
for
But-
opening night live. Thank you so much for watching from
I mean, I think-
around the world.
I'll have to go
and
back
make
and
sure
check
to
and see
stay
how they
tuned
worded
all
that.
weekend for more live Gamescom coverage at Gamescom.global. As for us, we'll see you later this year for the Game Awards 2020. Our team is hard at work to build a very special live show for you coming in December. We'll see you then. Good night.
You know, I think maybe the most entertaining thing was Kyle Bossman in the pre-show, which we only streamed a little bit of. What'd y'all think? All right, entire thing, scale of 1 to 10. How are we looking? And may I remind you, the game or the video did contain this cool game, Teardown. We got a 3. We have a 4. We have a 4. We have a 3. Somewhere between a 3 and a 6 seems like the range here. Not really a humdinger. I think it's that classic thing of everybody's just getting so excited and so hyped for what they're going to reveal here. And so everyone was like, oh, there's definitely going to be Elden Ring. Oh, we're definitely going to get console prices. It's a lesson in just setting those expectations just to the absolute floor.
Yeah, I think at this point, people, for any kind of big event like this, if there's no, like, they just got to know the price, they got to know the date, you know, like, we're sick of kind of waiting around for that info.
Yeah, and how is it going to happen? Are they going to have another live event? Will Sony just announce it in a state of play? Because, I mean, it's probably going to be bundled with whenever they reveal, you know, the release date for Miles Morales, but maybe aren't even sure yet if they can hit the release, so maybe they're just waiting till they know that release date definitively before they try and lock down the console. Who the hell knows? But they have to know internally the day the console's coming out, right? if like the third-party games are releasing in early November, they must have some heads up that, hey, the console will be out then, so go ahead and release your Assassin's Creed here.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of the big stuff is what, November-ish time frame, which is a pretty safe bet. If you're going to release a console, you got to do it pre-Black Friday.
Yeah.
December would be a weird time.
Right.
I imagine they're going to push it back as late as possible.
Yeah, I mean, mid-November.
Yeah, right before Thanksgiving.
Oh boy, who knows? Well, hey, everybody in the chat, thank you so much for joining us on this grand adventure. One more time, we are MinnMax. You can check out the MinnMax show where we talk about Gotham Knights, Suicide Squad, a little bit more about Black Ops Cold War, try and talk about the pricing for Black Ops Cold War, which will melt your brain trying to discuss. We're joined by Marcus Stewart on that episode, who has his own YouTube channel, Marcus Makes Media. You can check that out. Brian, anything you would like to plug in your new world?
I don't think so.
Your Twitter
I'm happy
account?
to be on here,
Well,
and it was fun watching this. I don't know if I necessarily would have split the 2 hours aside to watch it, so it was fun to watch it with you guys.
Yeah, it is always fun with the chat jumping in here and watching it as a big group. I don't know what the next thing will be. Maybe they'll have, hopefully the next reaction video we do is going to be for some more definitive hardware details. But yeah, thanks for being here. Florian, Michael, Great Sushi, Joe K, TK, Henrik. How does it feel, Brian, to be back a little bit doing games pressy-ish type stuff like this? Does it feel like it's been a while?
Yeah, it feels like it has been a while. It's been about 5 years since then. So, even in a virtual space, it's kind of fun to kind of blow the dust off the old book and, get back into it.
Heck yeah. Well, hey, thanks again, everybody, for being here, and we'll see you next time. Oh, remember to check out MinnTracks, our music podcast, on Friday. We have the producer of the Tony Hawk series on that one, and it's going to be reviewing the soundtracks for Tony Hawk 1 and 2 with the producer who tells behind-the-scenes stories and stuff like that. So, again, that's our music podcast, MinnTracks, so please check that out. All right, thanks so much, everybody. Bye!